His long search for Ciri led Geralt to conclude that Uma, the ugliest man alive and the victim of a curse, was the key to finding the young woman. Geralt needed to lift the curse, so he took Uma to the home of the world's greatest specialists on dark spells, to the Witcher's fortress of Kaer Morhen.
Bum, 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 bum. All right. We gotta talk to Shawnee.
Like a good band of mates.
Shawnee. Let's talk to Shawnee. Actually, let's check our inventory while we're waiting for folks. So we can actually sell quite a bit of stuff. Let's go sell quite a bit of stuff. Come on. There we go.
Well, the Witcher. What can I do with you for? If I ain't got it today, say the word and I'll have...
Let me see. Might pick something.
All right. Sell. Oh, we can't sell it. Can we sell these at least? No. Too expensive. Really? A relic only sells for 19 crowns. Well, that's mildly disappointing to say the least. Need to actually come to this category. And we can't sell nothing. Can we sell books at least? Let's see. Well, we can do this. Bam! Like that.
So long.
Alright. Alrighty then. There should be...
To me!
Everyone to me! My name is Smee, and it's to me.
The famed Geralt of Riviera, I presume.
That was Vernon Roach's voice actor. That's weird.
Greetings.
Alright.
Show me what you have in stock.
What do you have in stock, good sir? You've got trash. Oh, look, you'll sell it for 29 crowns. That's a bit better, right? Right? Yeah. Okay, you can have it for 29 crowns. I don't need the blinders. Ooh, look at all this jewelry. I kind of know who I want to sell this to. We're going to sell it to that person instead.
Show me what you have in stock.
What's my repair state looking like? All right.
So long.
Let's do it. Da 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 da. Run!
To me!
To me.
What's another thing like that? Just help a poor back out. The seas
Beep,
are
beep,
tough
boo, beep, beep,
as
beep, 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 boo, beep, 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 boo, beep, 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 boo.
long as I get.
Okay. Let's see. Ooh. What's this? No illusions, huh? No? No weak walls to break through? Dang. Dang. All right. Well, that's kind of disappointing. I was hoping there'd be like a little bit more down here, like maybe something new they've toyed with the next gen update, like they did the Devil's Pit.
I've tested the slime samples. I believe I'll be able to brew an antidote.
Good. A pox in an army can prove more ravaging than even their fiercest foe. Your service will be recognized.
How? Will I get a toad-shaped medal?
The army's not got any medal like that.
Geralt? Are you alright? What's that on your face?
Long story.
It's called glasses or mutton chops.
We're conducting important business. Yous can catch up later.
Yes. Right. I'll get to work on the antidote. Shouldn't take long.
Tasty number, that medic. Not like a scholar at all.
Interesting. Curious to know, what do scholars look like to your mind?
Well, all that reading's hard on the eyes, right? So they wear spectacles.
Oh, aye. Thick ones, propped on wrinkled noses, and their clothing frumpy at best.
Who've they got to dress up for? The books?
Fascinating, really. But if I were you, I'd make sure no medic ever overhears you.
Huh? Why's that?
Because when you get cut in a battle, she might just refuse to stitch you back up.
You're a lucky bastard, Witcher. We've seen her making eyes at you. Not like she looks at us. Isn't that right? Admit it. You fancy it too, eh?
We're gonna go with What happens if we just say not your business? Because we're
Sorry,
trying to
none of
romance
your
Yennefer
business.
here, you know.
Come on. There's some kind of secret? You embarrassed? She's quite fetching, and you're, well, none too handsome, but a witcher. Lasses like your type. Come now, fess up. You fancy her or not?
Damn it. Well, he's been with her romantically, so we're gonna go ahead and give him the compliment.
It'd take a blind man to shrug and turn away.
Too true. Meantime, you witches have got especially sharp senses.
Here's the medicine. It's a strong solution, so careful with the dosage. Each patient gets exactly 2 drops after meals, 3 times a day. At the most, in 3-4 days, the infection should recede.
I thank you. In Redania's glorious name.
Serving the Redanian cause now?
We already went over
I
that
serve
in the sewers.
individuals. I treat them. That they're Redanians is coincidental. I'd help Nilfgaardians as well were I in a position to. Kedwenis, Edirnian, elves, dwarves, halflings, the same. Come on, Geralt. You know me.
Shani, I need your help this time.
I'd guess this wasn't a social call. All right. Tell me what you need. Is it at all related to that mark on your face? Ah, and you must tell me what happened in the sewers.
Where do I start? All right. Monster in the sewers turned out to be a giant toad, and this toad was actually a prince, and Ophiri wanted that.
And I'm a Kaviri Duchess.
It's the truth, uncolored, I swear. When I killed the toad, some Ophiri soldiers led by a mage showed up, captured me. Man named Gontaro Dim freed me.
Who's this?
We don't know. We really don't know that much about him. He claims to be a traveling merchant. He calls himself Master of Mir, but he's doing things that sorcerers and sorceresses are not capable of doing magic-wise. I'm not entirely sure that he's human. I'm not entirely sure he's not a monster of some type.
Frankly, I don't really know. He helped me out of a bind, and now he expects me to fulfill some nobleman's wishes in return. First one's to summon the ghost of his brother, then show him the time of his life.
Amuse a ghost? How do you intend to do that?
Not my chief concern at the moment. Gotta find his grave and summon him first, then we'll see.
But that's necromancy. It's extraordinarily risky and involves higher magic.
O'Dim told me how to do it. No sorceress or necromancy involved. Gave me this concoction that summons ghosts. I'll need a censer too.
Well, that can be arranged. They keep one in a storehouse at the academy. I can fetch it for you.
Thanks.
Don't mention it. But I still don't like this.
Neither do I, but I don't really have any options. Gotta summon that ghost.
I understand. Whose ghost is it?
Olgierd von Evereck's brother.
Von Everett? In my 3rd year at Oxenfoot, we had to choose an elective. My options were Pearls of Wisdom from the Hierarchs, or Famous Redanian Dynasties. I chose the latter. Here it is. Von Igrid, Von Estiken, Von Everett. It says Olgierd had a brother named Vladimir. He lies in the family crypt near their manor.
Thanks. Knew I could count on you. I'm off.
The crypt's described as quite a work of art. I'd love to see it. Why don't I bring the censer? We can meet at the entrance.
Again, listen, Shawnee. First of all, nobody said it was okay for you to join, okay? Stop inserting yourself into missions that you may not be welcome in. And you don't know if you're actually welcome in because you don't ask. You just assume. That's not very nice, okay? It's actually quite rude. So don't do it, Shawnee. Oh, she got a wedding invitation. I didn't think that was actually available at this time. I figured that would come in later. Okay, so Walter Gaunter O'Dim. I was looking it up there while they were doing all the chatty chat, right? And I was not seeing anybody actually stating what Gaunter O'Dim is. They have it as human ? Because nobody's quite sure. People also speculated on the internet there that he's either a djinn or a demon. But here's the thing. We haven't actually encountered demons in the game now, have we? Ooh, interesting, right? Why have we not encountered demons? Do demons exist in the Witcher world? Interesting question. Well, these are things that we are going to have to discover in the future. But what the hell did you... Listen, I am not in the mood. You die. What are you doing, Geralt?
My daddy's a witch hunter and chases old crones.
Crawl under a rock, huh?
You rogue. Sword, sheath it.
No. You. Stop making insulting remarks.
The knight from the fairy tales. Did he have a black hair or a white horse?
Honor in the fatherland.
See? That's okay. Insult people just because they're walking by. Get the hell out of here with that rudeness. Alright. Let's see. So there's the Von Everett estate, right? So we gotta come down here and then wrap around through here. Oh no, it's just the crypt. Fuck. Damn. Because if it wasn't just the crypt, like if actually there's a enemy you run into. I think he's called like the groundskeeper or some shit. And this dude. Okay, this dude. He no, so the groundskeeper actually has a shovel as a weapon. And I actually am a huge fan of the shovel. For multiple reasons. One, a shovel is actually a really effective weapon, and it has been for a very long time. But the other thing is this shovel And I wish they would make it so it leveled up with you, because good God, I would never change it. What it does is when you hit an enemy, a portion of the damage that you inflict is returned to you. Why? Okay, my controller just vibrated, and I don't see any red stuff around. But yeah, so the shovel, a portion of the damage you inflict is actually given back to you as health. So it has like a leech or a vampire effect, depending on what games you play and what terminologies they use. It's actually a really, really, really cool concept. And I'm a huge fan of leeching damage or vampiric damage, right? The kinds that when you inflict it, it returns portions to you as health. I think those are phenomenal. And you can do stupid, crazy builds in games where they really lean into that.
Never seen this side of you.
What side is that?
How do I put this? Your romantic side? Used to seeing you surrounded by bandages and medicine vials, often covered in blood.
Well, that's because you usually come round while I'm at work. Off duty now. Waiting for you, weaving a garland for the wedding.
Well, the wedding? Wait.
A wedding? Whose?
A dear friend's. From the academy. Speaking of which, would you go with me?
Be glad to.
Sure, why not?
Wonderful. So, it's a date.
Remember to bring the censer?
Of course. Some soldiers nearly caught me slipping it into my satchel. Wasn't sure what you needed it for, so I also took a mix of amber, aniseed, and juniper. All rather smoky when lit.
Thanks. Might come in handy.
Shall we?
Let's go.
So, according to what I'm reading here, because I wanted to read more about Shawnee, right? Because I was curious. I was genuinely curious.
Too bad it's falling apart.
I was genuinely curious. Like, okay, what happened to Shawnee, right? Because sometimes they tell you what happened to her. And tell you what happened to the characters. And according to what I'm reading here, let's see. So she died at 90 years old, apparently. So we're gonna go ahead and say it's natural causes more than likely, 'cause she's just a medic, right? In the year 1340, that's the year she died. 72 years after the Battle of Brenna. She was born 1250. Her eye color in the books, which is considered canon, is hazel. Her eye color in the games is actually green. Apparently she dated Thaler for a while. That's weird. You dated Thaler? Why would you date Thaler? Shame on you, Shawnee. I thought you had standards. Well, she dated Geralt, so.
Ooh, that looks just a little too creepy for me.
Don't have to come if you don't want. Wait here.
I like that idea.
Really?
If there's any trouble, just yell.
Alright, so we need to actually equip the sensor that she gave us. Let's see here. There it is. Alright, let's get underway here, shall we?
This is no crypt. It's a full-blown mausoleum.
There's actually quite a bit to loot in here. You guys have to be, like as you noticed there was some coins just laid on the ground. You know, we gotta be mindful of our surroundings. Igni. Are you really not gonna cast Igni there, bud? Why are you not casting Igni? so weird. You're not gonna let me cast signs. Okay. So, you can't use signs, just so everyone's aware. And apparently you can't actually interact with all the candles. Oh, you're gonna make me just... Yeah, see, like, you can't interact with those ones to light them, to turn them on. Okay. And you can't... Maybe it's because we have the sensor out. Let's put the sensor away. Can we sprint? There we go. You can sprint, but you can't do it with the sensor out. So keep that in mind.
Wraiths. Knew this wouldn't be easy.
Oh, come on, it's a crypt. You can't be surprised there's freaking wraiths, bud. Like, that's a given. If you didn't plan on there being some sort of wraiths or necrophages, then I wanna know, Geralt, are you slipping in your old age? Is that the deal? Because that, to me, that feels like a given.
Last of
Right?
the surprises. Sure hope so.
Oh, you know damn
Should
well
look
it's
around.
not, bud. You're about to perform necromancy. You know better. You know that this isn't gonna end this way. Come on, bud.
Alexei, age 19, beloved son and brother. Honoratina, loving wife of Kestatis, died in 1257. Probably shouldn't touch that. Vladimir von Everek, son of Bohumil and Christina. There you are. Now for the ritual. Gotta spread the incense throughout the crypt, every room.
Alright. So here's where we start
Life
the
and
incense.
death, fire and blood.
Oh god, he's gonna talk.
Arise from the dust, ye whose blood I have brought.
I don't know. You brought Van Everek.
Return and walk
blood,
midst the living,
right?
ye who hath departed.
And if you brought Von Erich blood,
Arise as a friend, for I am no foe.
if you brought Von Erich blood and they didn't
Return
specify...
and walk midst the living, ye who hath departed.
Jesus Christ, Geralt, shut up!
Arise as a friend, for I am no foe.
Okay, so is it we couldn't use signs because we had... So you can use signs. It's the fact that you have the sensor out that stops you from using the sign. So you really can't do shit with that, with the sensor out. Anyways. Let's try this again without Geralt interrupting. If you brought Von Erich blood, which A, you didn't gather yourself, B, you were told it's just Von Erich blood. You didn't get told who's Von Erich blood exactly. And you're going down to a Von Erich family crypt, and you're asking the Von Erich and you're saying Von Erich whose blood I brought, arise, right? Like, okay. Isn't everybody gonna rise? Isn't that a common sense thing at that point? You didn't bring a specific individual's blood, and if you did, you don't know which one because of the simple fact that, again, you didn't gather it yourself. It was given to you. So, I state again, isn't this a bad idea? Isn't this going to end poorly? Like, aren't you summoning everybody?
Damn, you're ugly.
Woo! Like a little mini infestation of these giant-ass spiders. Alright, alright, alright. See, the spiders, that would be the one thing that I would be like, alright, maybe I'm not going to the crypt today. You know what? They have crossbows, right? If they have crossbows, that means, and they have pulleys and winches and gears and all of that, right? So couldn't they make like a rotating auto crossbow? Right? That would be kind of cool with a drum fed. Drum of bolts, and it just rotates the drum, and when the drum is empty, that's when you have to replace it. I mean, that would be kind of cool. I would rock that weapon system. I would fight some spiders, some giant tarantulas, with a rotating crossbow. A rotating fully automatic crossbow? Absolutely. I could shoot those things from a distance and be good. So that one didn't light. Okay, so some of these, even if you hit them, you can't light them. Boom. Alright. Did we have like a misunderstanding here on what I was supposed to accomplish? It's the one below me, isn't it? It is. It's the one below me. It's not that upper room. Because Geralt didn't talk. See, when Geralt's clearing the room and you're in the proper room with the sensor, Geralt will talk. So
arise from the dust, ye whose blood I have brought. Life and death, fire and blood. Time to light the votive fire.
All right. This is not gonna go well. I hate fighting wraiths so much. I hate fighting teleporting bullshit. That's what I hate.
Fire and blood, life and death. I summon ye, whose blood I have brought. Fire and blood, life and death.
You have summoned me, stranger. Why?
Name's Geralt. Came to wake the ghost of Vladimir von Everec.
Who you are, and why you've come matter little. For you'll not leave this place alive.
Are
Not
you
true.
Vlad's ghost?
Who asks after my grandson?
It matters not, Honoratina. What I wonder is how this mortal obtained the family's blood. For von Everic's rise only for von Everec blood.
True. Yet to my knowledge, only one of our line yet lives. Olgierd.
Then we converse with the man who spilled the blood of your grandson, Kestitis.
Mean none of you are Vladimir? It's Olgierd, his brother, who sent me.
You will meet Vlad soon enough. Yet Olgierd, you will never see again. Kill him, von Everec.
See? Again. And why is shit always so, like, hostile? Like, hey, I was sent by a family member to accomplish a task. Well, let's fucking murder him instead. Listen, if your family member sent me here, don't you think you should figure out why your family member sent me here first? Because what if it's important and you're just like, screw my family member, they're going to suffer too.
Who are you?
The rogue you seek. Vladimir von Everec, brother to Olgierd. Forgot I cannot even scratch my stones. Though in point of fact, they've not itched much since I died.
Didn't want to fight your family. They started it.
I'm dead, not blind. I preferred to see how you'd handle those snobby pricks. And Grandmum too. Besides, what harm could you do them? They're dead as it is.
True. True. That's a good way of looking at it there, bud. Boop, 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 boop.
Now tell me how you came into Olgierd's blood. If you hurt him, I fear I shall have to kill you.
Got it from a mutual acquaintance of mine and Olgierd's. I'm here on important business.
I'm a swiving corpse, with no interest in important matters, yours or any other buggers. The sole thing I miss is feasting, corporal diversion, so to speak. But alas...
Mentioned you like to enjoy yourself. Well, just so happens that's why I'm here. Your brother sent me.
How is the old rogue? What I wouldn't give to ride by his side again.
No chance of that happening. Could experience something else, though. Something a corpse should find interesting.
Here's my thing.
Interesting? Out with it. What do you have in mind?
Here's my thing. Von Erich, Olgrid, or Olgrid, however you pronounce the dude's name, has a very high regard which he holds Vladimir in, right? So he holds Vladimir in super high regard. And obviously Vladimir is very dear to him. Or else we wouldn't be out here doing this craziness. And he wouldn't have, like, corrected his men on behalf of his brother here. So why is it that you want me to go and take your brother and do his own thing instead of, I don't know, having your brother come and hang out with you and spend the day with you? I'm just saying.
Listen, Olgierd gave me a job. Odd as it may sound, I need to show you the time of your life.
Is that so? Now that, sir, is a brother. I've been dead for years, yet he still looks after me, after my spirits. How much time do we have?
Think one night should do the trick?
Splendid. Wait just a moment while I hoist my saber and... What the blistering devils?
You're a ghost. Can't grab things.
I keep forgetting. But how am I to revel and rock and fuck? Can't lift a tankard to my lips. Can't wield a saber. Can't squeeze a wench as we dance a jig.
Guess you'll have to do without. Let's go.
I will go nowhere. You're to see I enjoy myself, correct? Well, then think of a way to make it possible.
How?
Revive my flesh.
No can do. Besides, body's probably decomposed.
Then bloody come up with another way. I'll not go anywhere in this state.
Come on, we're wasting time.
I'm not to waste time. Sir, time is all I've left.
You this big a pain in the ass when you were alive, too?
Do not anger me, boy. If I've but one night, I want to revel properly, not watch others enjoy themselves.
So what do you propose?
I've an idea.
Oh no, not gonna happen.
Oh yes. Yes, it is.
I want to know why Witchers are not protected against that. Against involuntary possession, right?
Wake up.
How
Open your eyes.
do they not have the something that prevents that from taking place? I feel in their line of their line of profession, their line of work.
Was a small price to pay to lie on a lap so lovely, and so near the wonders concealed a bit higher.
Have you gone mad?
Yes, as soon as I laid eyes on you, promised to stay and stroke my chin, and I shall spend the rest of eternity in a hound's body, trotting along by your well-turned calves.
Geralt? What's happened to you?
Geralt, I'm Vladimir.
What?
Blast. Fine, give me a moment. Yeah, definitely don't like being possessed.
You'd not have fainted had you not resisted so fiercely.
Geralt, care to explain what's going on here?
So, again, why is there not a safety in place that the Witchers have figured out to prevent possession? I mean, that just seems like One of the very important basic things that you would want to do for safety purposes.
It's his fault.
A pleasure to meet you, my sweet.
Whose?
His. You know, Olgerd's brother.
Geralt, there's no one else here.
Seems your lovely maiden friend can neither see nor hear me. There's potential in that.
Need to set a few ground rules.
And I needn't do a thing save have the time of my life, which is exactly what I aim to do.
You're testing my patience.
As you are mine. Can you please explain what's going on
Shut
here?
the hell up, Shawnee. We already tried to explain it, and
fiery.
you can't hear anything or see anything, so shut the hell up.
Listen, I'm supposed to show Vladimir von Everec the time of his life. Turned out, he's a ghost. So, willing or not, I gotta lend him my body.
Wait a minute. Are you saying you're possessed?
Not at the moment. Just now he's standing next to me, coyly grinning at you. But off and on, he'll enter my body. So anything I say or do will actually be him. His mind, his intent.
What if I want to talk to you, not him?
Well, she should approach me and ask me to jump out for a bit.
Just come up and ask him to leave for a while.
I see.
Splendid.
So much dialogue.
Sugar Plum, what say you we leave this dank crypt? There's a charming grove nearby where kisses taste sweeter than anywhere else in the world.
I take it you're Vladimir now. Doesn't seem like I'll have trouble telling you apart from Geralt.
Hey, how are things? Hey, Stephen Ledger, welcome in, welcome in. Things are fantastic and wonderful. So, we are doing the showing Olgerd von Erich's brother Vladimir the time of his life, right? And it's part of the Heart of Stone DLC, and he gets one night, and he's going to possess Geralt. So Geralt is going to be possessed by Vladimir von Erich, who is a wild child party animal. So we're going to see some interesting behaviors and dialogues coming from Geralt that are not Geralt, and that are very much in contradiction with some of his personality types. Some of them are going to line up, and they're just going to be louder and more boisterous, but still within his personality types. But there are going to be distinct differences here. So you guys haven't seen this before. This is something that's actually relatively entertaining to see Geralt in a different mindset. How's your day going so far? So, yesterday, I was like, I got a phone call, and there's a group that I donate blood to on a regular basis called One Blood. And, it's like our version of, like, Red Cross and blood drives and all of that crap. These guys specialize in it in our area. And I got a call from them, and they're like, hey, will you come down and donate blood today? Da-da-da-da-da. You're eligible again. And I was like, okay, sure. So, hold on. It's cold in here. It got down to 32 degrees last night. Ugh. All right, so I went down to the bus yesterday because they do a mobile bus donation center. It's really cool. And I went down there, and they were like, oh, we don't, because I've been asked because of my blood type to not just donate regular blood, but to do the platelets donation, which takes longer. But they get more of the red blood cells that they need, right? And because of my blood type, they asked me to do the platelets, and that takes longer too. So I was like, okay. So I go down, get there, where their bus is supposed to be, and it's not there. And I'm just like, okay. So I call them up, and I'm like, hey, where's the bus? You guys told me to come down. Where is it? And they were like, oh, it's at this location. I said, I'm in this location. It was supposed to be parked in a Walmart parking lot, right? And I was like, okay, so I'm here. at that exact Walmart that's listed, because they have it on their website where they're supposed to be. And so I'm there, and the bus isn't there. And they're like, well, did you ask a Walmart employee? I was like, no, I didn't ask a Walmart employee. It's a big, giant red and white bus. If it's not in the parking lot, the employee sure ain't going to know where it's at because it's not inside Walmart, right? It's a bus. So why would I ask them? And like, well, hold on, let me look it up. So they looked it up, and they're like, oh, no, it's supposed to be at this Walmart. And I was like, I'm at that Walmart, and I've been here for the last half hour. And they were like, well, let me call them. Let me put you on hold. Let me call them. They put me on hold. Waited a bit, and then they come back, and they're like, hey, they didn't answer their phone. We don't know where they're at. You want to try again tomorrow? And I was like, okay, sure. So after trying to get this donation done yesterday and not having any success, I came back out today. I went back out today, and I found their bus today. Their bus was where it was supposed to be today. And I get on the bus, and I'm like, all right, hey, I was told to come down, and I need to do the platelets donation. And they were like, oh, well, we don't have the platelets equipment on this bus. It's on the other bus. And I was like, okay, well, where's the other bus? The other bus is like 45 minutes, almost an hour away. And I'm like, okay, I'm not driving that far to have to turn around and drive that far back. You know, that's not something I'm doing. Because to donate, the way that they do it, they say that the platelets take, because I haven't done the platelets yet. I've been doing the normal blood donations up until the last time when one of the more experienced people were like, hey, you have this blood type, you should be doing this, it'll be more beneficial for everybody. And I said, okay. But they said it'll take a few hours. Like, it takes significantly longer to do it. And I was like, okay, I'm fine with that. But so they're like, it's going to be down there. And I was like, okay, well, when's the next time the bus that has the platelets equipment, when's the next time that's going to be around here? And they're like, well, on the 25th. And then I was like, okay, where's it going to be on the 25th? And then they were telling me how it's going to be at a specific school. I'm not going to name the school. It's a university, though. And they said it's going to be there on the 25th. And that university is, like, again, another 30 to 45 minutes away. And I'm just like, you guys tell me you want me to do this, but then you do everything in your freaking power to make it as complicated and inconvenient as possible. Like, do you really want me donating platelets? Or are you just jerking my chain around because of the fact that you guys have done nothing to actually facilitate this at this point? The bus isn't where it's supposed to be. Then when the bus is where it's supposed to be, it doesn't have the equipment it's supposed to have. It's like, God damn, dude. I just want to donate the blood, okay? But no. All right. So, man. Let's see here. Let's see what we've got.
Don't change the subject, my sweet. If a grove's not to your liking, we can cut straight to the chase and make for the nearest haystack.
I'm afraid I have to turn you down, dear ghost.
A shame. In that case, point me to the nearest brothel.
I've got a better idea. Just before Geralt entered the crypt to summon you, I invited him to my friend's wedding.
Good heavens. That's damn good luck. No better dancer in all Redania than Vladimir von Everec. My ginger muffin. With me, you shall enjoy an evening to top all others.
Wonderful. I must stop by my home first and change. So, we'll meet at the temple.
Oh, I don't like the sound of that.
Why not?
I'm not fond of temples, see? When alive, I'd only set foot in one to loot it. And in death, I find I despise them all the more. Could we not meet after the ceremony, go straight to the feast?
All right. Seems we've no other option.
Splendid. Then I shall see you at the wedding manor.
I must say, Witcher, a man could lose his head for a lass like that. And that comes from none other than Vladimir von Everec, famed for his taste in women. So tell me, honestly now, man to ghost, are you her paramour? For if so, you have my word, I shall keep my distance. But if not, then the Haylofts we shall devastate together.
Let's see. I'm all good, thanks. Oh, you're welcome. Thank you for being here. I watched you and Sarah Bear play Division. That was fun. Yeah. It was very nice of Sarah Bear to help me out. That was very awesome of her. I definitely appreciate it. But I gotta say, like, man, the Division 1, like, the storyline is very interesting. Absolutely. Having to rebuild and recapture, like, the base of operations and everything in Manhattan, that's really cool. But, man, I am not a fan of two things. Like, the tech is awful in comparison to the second game, right? Like, well, I wouldn't say awful. I would say very limited. It's very limited in the first game in comparison to the second game. I prefer the tech in the second game. Like, the ballistic shield you can use your primary weapon with. Love it. Huge fan. Another thing is it's a snow environment. It's a white winter snow environment. Am I being clear enough with that? It's a white winter snow environment. Yes, I said that repeatedly. The reason I said that repeatedly is because the dumb idiots who made the first game were like, hey, let's give the players a white crosshair and not let them change the color in a white snow environment. Yes, a white crosshair reticle in a snow environment. You see the issues, right? Like, I lose my side aperture, my crosshairs. I lose that so freaking often while I'm trying to fight, and I'm sorry, those weapons are not accurate. Like, I sat there trying to use the M1A1. Fantastic weapon in real life, by the way. Beautiful. And most games translate it well. But that was probably one of the most inaccurate weapon systems in Division in comparison to how accurate that same exact weapon system is in the second one. Like, the accuracy is not there with the majority of the weapon systems in the first game that the second game really emphasizes. Like, in the second game, if you have patience, like, accuracy can be your biggest friend. In the first game, I have noticed that being able to sit back in a defensive posture and pick off your enemies is not a realistic option because the weapon systems are not accurate. You lose your reticle in the white snow because it's a white reticle. And then the enemies just like bum rush you in their bullet sponges. And even if you can manage to keep everything right on target and the enemy is still not moving, right? The recoil exaggeration that they have included in those weapon systems is ridiculous. I'm sorry, if I take one shot with a rifle, that rifle isn't going to go over here, okay? Especially because these are trained operatives. They have training and experience in these fields. Like, I can tell you from experience, like, if I take a weapon that's got a lot of kick and I fire it, I might do this, right? Or I might do this, depending on if my breathing, because that's up and down, or your trigger squeeze or pull is off, that's side to side. I might do those things, but it's going to be minuscule. Whereas in the Division game, it's like, pow, oh, the rifle's way over here now, and it's like, oh man. It's like, no. That, again, that's not how any of those weapon systems work. And yes, I do have real-life experience with those weapon systems. And yes, I have real-life experience with a number of weapon systems in combat situations while I'm being shot at. So they can't go, oh, well, the stress of the situations. And no. As a trained individual, that's not relevant. I'm telling you from a first-hand experience. And they're just like, I want to get behind it because Sarah Bear's playing, and I enjoyed playing with Sarah Bear. It was really fun. And Odin, her I can't remember Odin. What is the rest of Odin's name? I'm gonna have to look that up because I don't want to be rude. I want to make sure I get the name correct. Give me a moment here. Sorry. My computer has decided that it doesn't want to cooperate with the Xbox app. So what's this? So let's see if we can't find the name. Oh, here we go. Now it's cooperating. All right. It was Odin's Heathen. That was it. Odin's Heathen. It was very awesome to have them run around and help me out with that stuff. But I'm just like, give me Division 2. But I'm gonna get, I really want to get into it for them, but I'm just like, man, there was so much wrong with this game that they semi-fixed in the second game. The second game I enjoy a million times better. I would like them to come out with a Division 3 that gives you a little bit more customization features as far as your reticle colors and styles go. Because, like, I prefer dots. Give me a dot, a red dot, I'm a happy guy, you know? Yeah, I never played Division 1. I was going to start tomorrow night. I was confused about you running head first, guns blazing. It's not like you. I thought you would flank your enemy due to your armor training. Yeah, no, absolutely. Like, I prefer to be tactical and take my time and engage enemies at a distance. And that is my preference. But the thing is like I said, man, the accuracy with those weapon systems in Division 1 is just not there. And if I can't be accurate, then I have to switch to brute force tactics, which is, I don't get me wrong, I'm not opposed to using brute force tactics. Understand, you're talking to somebody who has 6 confirmed kills with an axe in real life, okay? So, brute force in your face tactics, absolutely, I am there for them all day long. But I'm also strategic, and if I can pick shit off at a distance where I can minimize the potential threat of harm to myself or my character, absolutely I'm going to do that every time. Unless they piss me off, then I am going to, you're going to see me shotgun to the face or just walking up to you with walking up to the characters with the riot shield and just unloading in them, right? But again, the accuracy, I cannot express how much I hate the accuracy problem in Division 1. It's just not there. I really wish it was, and it's not. Division 2, I like me some Division 2. My issue with Division 2 is that I just don't have enough people to play with consistently. Alright, so let's see here. So Geralt did care for her once.
Let's say we were more than friends once upon a time.
You tried to hide it, but I smelled a tryst. I know a thing or two about men, you see. A shame, though. I'd have satisfied her well. But no cavalier would rot in another's garden. So, Witcher, time for the wedding?
Let's go.
Onward. I'll be right behind you.
All right, let's pause that. Hey, Helena Rose, welcome in. I like Division 2. I have it on Xbox, but I never had anyone to play it with, so I had to stop. Yeah, that was the same issue I kept running into. I never had anybody to play it with either. And then actually, there is one more issue. The other issue that I kept running into was...
Keep your paws off her.
Hold on. He's gonna do a lot of talking. I would get stuck in certain areas. Like, I can accomplish a lot, but the issue is that you get to a certain point in the game where you can't progress further on your own. You actually need cooperation to progress past certain points. So there's that. There is that. So I totally get it, Helena Rose. But we do have I think it's called the Scareborne Legion clan over there. SBL. Yeah. We do have a Legion clan over there. So if you're interested. But like I said, it's me. It's an empty clan. It really is. I'm in it, and then I think Sorka Jane's still in it. She's another Legion broadcaster. But I couldn't get anybody else to join us or be consistent as far as from the Legion goes, because I didn't recruit in the game. I never recruit in the game. I don't recruit people to the clan that I don't know. So if they're in the clan, I know them. Whether it's part of the Legion community, which, you know, any Legionnaire is always welcome to join any game group that we have established. Always. But that's the other reason why the clan's pretty much dead, is because I don't recruit from in the game. When you're solo, there's stuff that you definitely need groups for. Absolutely. Oh, wait. Aqua Rebel. Aqua Rebel. Hey, Aqua Rebel. Welcome in. Welcome in. How's it going? How's it going? Homemade chili. Ooh, that's delicious. Thank you for doing that shout out, Stephen Ledger. I greatly appreciate that. Yeah, so if you guys haven't gone over and followed Aqua Rebel, make sure you guys do so. Again, regardless of the titles he chooses to use in his game when he's streaming, I'm telling you now, he is a savant at character creation. Running with him is like putting any game you're playing on easy mode. His character is godlike. Regardless of what game it is, what character he is using, his character immediately becomes godlike as soon as it enters the field, because he is a savant with character creations. So go over there, hit the follow button, learn a thing or two. He's got some really interesting knowledge and information, and he can back it up with the performances. It's fantastic. It's wonderful. How you doing, Aqua Rebel? How you doing? Helena Rose. Well, I'd play with you. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, if someone got into it, I'd join. I got the season pass, just kind of out. Makes sense. It's scary out there. Yeah, so I never got I didn't bother to get all the expansions and stuff because I didn't play with, there was no one to play with, you know.
Those signs, I'd like to try one.
What signs?
Your Witcher signs. Never done it. Could be interesting.
Rather not waste any time.
Till the stroke of midnight. What I would rather is what matters.
Ooh. Bossy little fellow, ain't he? It was like, I remember a few years ago, it was like $10. Yeah, I've seen it on sale quite a few times. I mean, I own the base game and everything. I actually, for both of the games, I own hard copies. I'm a gamer that if I can get the hard copy of a video game, I will. I also own, like, Division. I own the hard copy and the digital version.
I remember that mill. Whenever Olgerd and I got up to mischief, we'd hide out in there. Once, we snuck off with some moonshine. Old cocksucker Yaramir caught us. Those were the days.
Huh. So you guys used to hide out in there, huh? Wait, it looks like the door's open. Is the door open? Oh, the door is open. You can go inside. Ooh. I'm so used to these just being like shells that are placements. I'm not used to them actually having an interior. I guess we can't get to that one. Alright, what's up? Oh, that's it. So it is just a shell. Disappointment. That's why I even own Division 2. I should be doing that. It's smarter. Well, I do it simply for two reasons. One, if I like a game developer, or I want them to come out with a better version of a game, I will support it by buying both versions. That way it gives them more sales. It encouraged the developers to go, look, we made this much money off of this game. We should make more. Or we have sold this many copies. The people obviously love it. Regardless of what reviews say, we should make more. So that's honestly why I do that, is to support the developers and encourage them to continue to make these games and improve on them. Because I understand, like, yes, as a gamer, I get emotionally invested and really, like, find favorites, find places in these games. God damn, with all the talking. All right. So, with all the games, you know, you get your favorites, you get your comforts, you get the ones that make you feel good, the ones that, you know, when you're having a bad day or whatever, or rough patch in life, you have the games that bring back fond memories and you continue to stick with those, right? It's part of the thing about video games that's so wonderful is the release from reality, the escapism. And for me, I also still understand, I have to always keep in mind as a gamer that the developers this is a business to them. They're not doing this for passion. Sometimes they have passion for what they're doing, but the reason they're doing it is not because they have a passion for it. They are doing it to make money at the end of the day, bottom line. That's all they care about. And with that in mind, as a gamer, I'm like, okay, well, if I'm passionate about this and they only care about money, but I need them to keep making these games or improve on these games, then as the gamer, I need to make sure I'm spending money on these things so that they keep paying attention to it. Because if I don't spend money on it, then they won't pay attention to it and it may die. And if it dies, then, well, as a gamer, I'm out of the option of continuing that universe, right? Continuing to be part of that universe. So that's why if I really like a game developer company or a game, I will purchase both versions. Yeah, the Warlords of New York expansion is great. You can go beyond level 40 in Division 2. The hard copy thing, it is. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. See, honestly, if I had
we need to wait.
Hold on. If I had a consistent group to play with, let me think about that before I say that out loud. Okay, if I had a consistent group to play with, I would absolutely play Division 2 on a regular basis. But I also know how difficult I am to play with when it comes to those tactical games. Because I'm very, like, when I'm playing those games, my mindset goes back into the real life operations that I used to partake in, you know, and in real life operations, unit placement and coordination is key. Knowing your people's strengths and weaknesses is key. Knowing the equipment that's brought into those scenarios is key. Like, I know my strength and weakness is I'm going to sit back and I'm going to pick shit off, and then once I feel the threats die down enough, I'm going to close distance and destroy the targets with close quarters weaponry. That's what I do. But, you know, having someone say that's a heavy machine gunner that's built like a tank, you know, it's like, okay, well, you're not useful for close quarters. But if I put you in one spot, or I tell you to go to one spot of the room that maximizes the coverage of your firing range, right? Then I want the person to be there and stay there and provide what's called overwatch. It's a term that we use in the military. You have overwatch. Overwatch is a stationary shooting position, whether it's a sniper or a heavy machine gun or a light machine gun. It's a stationary position that does not move and picks off targets, while the close quarters teams start moving in closing distance and dropping targets as they approach. And then you can also have, if you have more than 2 people, right, you can do what's called talking guns. So you put one on the right, you get one on the left, and then when right side's firing, left side's not. When left side's firing, right side's not. You know, that's called talking guns, where one side talks, the other side talks. One side talks, the other side talks. They're never talking at the same time. Yeah, it's called talking guns. It's a wonderful technique. So, and my issue is that, and I'm aware of my flaw. It is my flaw. It is my issue, and I am 100% aware of that. Civilians don't understand military strategy and tactics to the degree that a combat arms service member would. And most civilians, when they're looking at these types of games, they're like, it's just a video game at the end of the day. Whereas the military side of me goes, no, this is an operation, and we're going to do this right, and we're going to get it done, and we're going to get it done now, or we're not going to fucking do it. Because that's the way that we are taught to approach operations. And yes, it's a video game, but for us that have experience with doing similar things in real life, our mind and the process that it goes into handling those situations can't tell the difference. So we approach them as both real life situations. Because the reality is that the army, while I was in, actually used video games at one point to run operations. Like, it was a training exercise thing. They came up with this video game. The map was actually the training environment that we were going to be operating in, and we ran it as a video game. And then after the video game operation portion was done, then we went out the following day and did exactly what we did in the video game in the exact same terrain and maps and everything with the exact same equipment and personnel. It was really cool. It was a really cool concept. You played the video game and then you repeated everything you did in the same exact environment, under the same exact conditions in real life with real people the following day. It was phenomenal. But that's where I have the issue breaking the military side off of the video game side. And not a lot of people are okay with being in the playing a video game in those conditions. And I'm aware of that, and it is my flaw. Then you can teach me. I respect that. I am a shooter light player, so I'm all about learning. I worry I'm so bad I would be kicked from the groups, but I like to support. Yeah, I get it, that it's built into you. It was your lifestyle, so you can organize in the way and groups move tactics. Exactly. And yep. Yeah, see, I would have no problem doing that. Just when I'm in those mindsets, I'm no longer like happy-go-lucky streaming and hey, everything's cool. It's, no, I am back to being Airborne Infantryman Specialist McGuffey over there, who's the team leader. And now my mindset is militant team leader, so when I talk very matter of fact, very to the point, and confidently. And the issue with those combinations is if you're not used to somebody talking to you that way, it comes off very aggressive. And then people go, well, you're just being a dick, and you're being mean, and it's like, no. It's a matter-of-fact thing. I'm giving you factual information. We are in a timeline, and it needs to be accomplished in this manner right now. Go. Right? And people mistake that as being an asshole or being super aggressive, and it's just like, that's not what the intent is. That's just how we talk in those situations. I'm sorry. My bad. No, I prefer... no, I used to run Destiny raids, and I prefer organized players. It's easy to be told where to stand and what to do. Angry squeakers. Hello. Hey, Edited Critique. So, Edited Critique. Glad you showed up. The bot doesn't work at all for any type of uploads for any channel. So, yeah, the bot absolutely does not work, just so you know. Welcome in, by the way. How you doing?
This is very romantic.
Fuck off.
Behold, wars have started over uglier wenches. Well, raids have been undertaken at least.
True, she looks lovely. Let's go.
Whoa, hold. Mean to go in wearing that?
What else?
Have you seen how she's dressed? I'll not parade at that jewel's side in a rank tunic. You need a robe. One daren't attend a wedding in anything less.
don't happen to have a robe handy.
What do you mean? What about that?
Oh no, we're not gonna steal.
Come now. We're merely borrowing.
Ah, this guy, man. This guy.
Ah, this'll do wonderfully. Perfect fit. It feels tailor-made. Now, for shoes. One must wear shoes to a wedding.
Oh, don't you shave my mutton chops,
must
man.
be neat.
Oh, he's gonna shave my mutton stash. My mutton chop stash, man. You jerk.
May they draw and quarter me if I've ever seen a lovelier lass.
Nothing left of you to draw and quarter, alas.
Doe eyes, a swan's soft supple neck, and a waist so slim you could grip it one-handed.
You're actually quite amusing this way.
It doesn't work, my bad. I didn't test that one. I have one that actually works. I've tested it. If you want, I can send it to you. Let me know really fast before my phone turns off. Yes, you can send it to me on Discord, and I will look through it again. But yeah, no, I've tried uploading directly from Twitch, and the notifications don't go off. And I know Almost Evil uploaded the normal way, and the notifications didn't go off. So yeah, it's a bot that does not work.
You see? Geralt's been a pill, a nag. That all changes today.
Dramatically, I'd say. He's never been very talkative to start with.
He's been a fool, but I shall make up for that now. Will you marry me?
A big step, but I will think about it. For now, we should simply enjoy my friend's wedding. May I please speak to Geralt for a moment?
Whatever for.
All right, again, I'm so sorry that one didn't work, but I can promise you this one will because it's worked on all of my videos so far. Okay, no worries. No need to apologize. You were doing something nice, so thank you. I do appreciate it, and you can send it to me. I'll look it over. But again, the issue that I'm finding with all of the YouTube bots is that they only promote the server owners. They do not promote other people's. And from what you said, you've only tested it on you, the server owner. That's where the issue is because I would like to promote all the other Legion broadcasters' YouTube content that they put up. So, and I haven't been able to find a bot that can do that.
This evening is about my pleasure, not his.
Just for a moment, then you can jump right back in.
Be quick. I'll not stand here doing naught. I'm to enjoy myself.
Geralt, I'm about to introduce you to the newlyweds. Please make sure your friend doesn't embarrass me.
I can't make him do anything. All that nonsense is his. I feel like an ass saying it.
I liked some of that nonsense.
We'll talk
Of course
later.
you did.
Let's
Of course
go to
you
this
did.
wedding. The sooner the ghost has his fun, the sooner this'll be over.
Finally, something that's not utter tripe. We shall dance till the break of dawn.
You get till midnight and not a second longer.
That's not enough. I shan't even get properly soused by midnight, let alone...
Make an effort. I'm sure you'll manage. You get to frolic and carouse till midnight. That's our deal. Then there's the capping. Then you go back where you came from.
So be it.
This way, my strawberry. Hello world, I'm back. I'll be damned. A proper wedding. Overladen tables, plenty of worthy drinking companions, and a swarm of fair maids. But none compared to you, my dear rhubarb. Beware of the dog, Shani. Judging by the size of its house, the mutt must be big as a horse.
Thanks for your concern, but the doghouse is empty.
They let a man-eater like that run free? Have the wedding guests been warned? Seems we are indeed in for a cracking good time.
What a lovely rowan. I remember making necklaces of the fruit when I was a child.
Ah, the berries make for splendid hooch. Olgerd and I brewed in our teething years.
I shall introduce you to the newlyweds now. Try to behave.
For you, my rowan petal, I'd do anything.
This guy, man. This guy with all his flattery and charm. All right. So, we're going to go ahead and follow her and do the talking bit. But there's two things that we actually need to do here. There's a Gwent tournament going on that we're going to go... Well, Gwent gaming over there.
Time to meet and be greeted.
And then there's the pigs over here that we got to go do. You'll understand why when we get it knocked out.
In your new life. Thank you.
It's us now. Dearies, blessings rain down upon you.
May you live in health and happiness. Harmony and love forever last betwixt you.
Thank you from the bottom of our hearts.
Now go. Enjoy the feast.
Our turn.
All right, let's do
My
it.
dear friend Aldona and her chosen one, Jonas.
It's an honor. The sun shine brightly on this new path in your lives. I am
This is my friend of yesteryear, Geralt of Rivia.
Yes, 'tis I, Geralt, a witcher. Heartfelt thanks for your hospitality. I adore weddings. The brides especially. So fragrant, so tasty, I could...
Righto. I'm sure we'll all have a splendid time.
All right, let's the revels begin, because she obviously doesn't want us talking to them, right? Like, she keeps cutting us off.
Are you expected elsewhere?
Me? Ha! I simply cannot wait to sample your liquors and dance with the local matrons.
Jonas and I invited more than a few lovely maidens. Perhaps one of them will catch your eye.
Oh, that's for damn certain.
And perhaps you will catch one of their...
It'd be nice, certainly, but I shan't be terribly bothered if it's not the case. Come, let's drink.
Man, he even interrupted them at their own wedding. Like, bro, a little bit of manners. You had potential there, like... Alright, first things first, we're going to go play Gwent. Actually, before we do that, I'm going to show everybody this. We have already picked it up, so it's not going to be there when I go over there to do it. But, for those who are unaware and need to know where the cow card is, okay? So, this card right here. Pull it up for you guys. This guy! This cow card. When this card is removed from the battlefield, it summons a powerful new unit card to take its place. So this is the card we put down. We end our turn, and then the next turn, when it goes away and it gets put in the graveyard, it's replaced with the Bovine Defense Force, which is a Strength 8 card. Okay, so we actually get the card here. We pick up this card here. Looks like I got some reading to do. Yeah, with Division 2, I find it a great game. My build needs some work to it. I have damage output of 1. Yeah, see, like, you're probably way higher level than what I am. But again, there's so much of it that's... So there's a rule that's taught to us in the infantry. It's don't engage in a fight if you don't have 3-to-1 odds, right? That means 3 odds in your favor and 1 in the enemy's favor. So you have to have overwhelming odds. And it's if you find yourself in a fair fight, your tactics suck, right? You're doing something wrong. And I would clear out two or three different full like regions. And then I got to the point where it's like, no, I really do need a team to do this. And it was towards the end of the third region that I start like I'm ending up having to get random public agents with me, and I'm like, okay, listen, I'm not gonna continue to work with strangers because they tend to just be like, oh well, I'm overpowered, I'm just gonna rush through. And it's like, no. I'm not playing this game to rush through. I'm playing this game because I want to be tactical. Right? So without the team, it's very discouraging to play. Lurk. Hey, Mom. Thank you for Lurk. Hope your day is going wonderfully. Hope you're having an outstanding day at work. Yeah, I hate rushing. Yep, absolutely. Okay, so, real quick, before I forget again. So, when you get to the wedding, if you have not already come here to retrieve your cow card, this main big building here, see there's the loft, and you got the ladder. So you're going to take this loft,
there, Shani.
claim the ladder.
The ladder begs us to scamper to its top, where we can converse.
See, and when you get up here...
How so? Just like
Hold
that.
on.
There aren't that many ways to scale.
Alright, so right over here by the open grain that's on the ground, you'll actually find the cow card just laying on the ground there. So if you guys have not retrieved the cow card, that's where it's at. It's right there. Bam! Alright, let's go play Gwent, and then we gotta go chase the pigs.
Look. Munchkin's playing cards.
Munchkins? He called them Munchkins.
Sit down to some Gwent with us.
Most certainly would. You needn't ask twice, midget.
Jesus.
No need for insults.
Like, he calls them Munchkins and then midgets. And they're like, listen, man, you need to be respectful. Like, how are you not being respectful there, you dick? Vladimir must have been a real asshole when he was live.
I'm sorry. I meant no offense.
Were that true, you wouldn't have called him a midget.
I've apologized. What else would you have me do? Bring him flowers?
I'd have you play and stop talking.
Let us play, gentlefolk.
What's your wager?
Everything. The whole lot. I'm all in.
I never knew you to be such a gambler.
You shall see many new sides of me this night, my dear. Many large sides.
Normally we play that the loser's got to wear the ass ears.
I needn't care. I shan't lose.
That's true. We won't lose. We don't need to alter our deck. Our deck is solid. So, as a review of what we're doing, every single hero card that's neutral or that's Northern Realms, we're using it. We're using the hero leader card that clears weather. We have 3 decoys. We run the 7 because it destroys cards. Yennefer's going to be one of our medics. Ciri and Geralt will both summon Roach, which is the only reason Roach is in the Roach is in the deck. We've discussed the cow. We've got our mysterious elf spy. We've got Prince Stennis, Dijkstra, and Taller as spies. We've got the Dunbanner medic. Medics are important. The catapults. They got the hands clasping. So what that means is when you place next to a card of the same name, they doubles the strength of both cards. So there's 2 of them. These 8s turn into 16s each. 16s each, it's a lot of points. So that's why we're running those. The Dragon Hunters, same ability. So those both, because there's 2 of them, it turns into 10s. So 2 10s. Like that's pretty good. Now the Blue Strike Commandos, it has the same effect, but they're only 4s, and there's 3 of them. So those will actually turn into 12s. Right? So, and then we run 3 decoys to pull off a lot of our trick combinations. I just sent you the bot and all the steps to add it to you. Okay, awesome. Thank you, Edited Critique. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you. Alright, so let's get this underway. Let's do this. I will go first, and we're playing against Northern Realms. Alright, so we got a decoy, that's good. 2 spies, that's great. Roach, we're gonna drop Roach. Look at that, we got a spy. The reason we're dropping Roach is because Roach is summoned by another card. So we don't want that in our hand necessarily. We're gonna keep our heroes, except for Triss. We're gonna drop Triss. Why did we drop Triss? Well, because heroes can't be revived with medics. And that's one of our many, many tricks, is being able to revive cards. So, what's the rule? Muster cards, rebirth cards, spy cards. We don't have any muster cards in our hand. We don't have any rebirth cards in our hand. But we do have some spy cards. So when we're going to the spy cards, what do? We throw the highest spies first. Why? Because if the enemy has decoys and they're going to decoy your spies, they're going to decoy what they first get access to. Most of the time. So we're going to go ahead and send our biggest spy out first. I'll be right back. I have some work to do. All right. No worries. We will be here, bud. All right. So we got the big 5 out. Nothing. Okay, so they threw the hero one. Let's throw the hero one because they can't do anything with it. And we still want to give them the opportunity to decoy that 5 and send it back. There's a muster card. There's our first muster card. So we're going to drop the muster card first. That way it doesn't pull Roach in a draw, okay? Because that eats away at a draw. That's a waste of a draw. Before we start throwing our little cards, our little spies, we're going to take this guy and we're going to send him back. See? There's that decoy I told you guys about. So now they're going to send us a 5 at some point. They may do it this round. They may do it next round. They're going to do it this round. There it is. Outstanding, outstanding. So we're going to place our rebirth card down. And they're going to pass. Well, because we've got such a dramatic lead, we're going to go ahead and send everything. Woo! Man. Man, oh man. Woo! Alright. Drop that off there. Call that a win. Bam! We've only got 1 card left. And we just drew it. So look at the bottom right side. We have went through our entire deck. That is how I play Gwent. I went through all, I think I have 26 cards in my deck. In my Northern Realms deck. So we went through all of them. So now, we won the first round. Now, we're just going to unload everything. And it's going to be phenomenally beautiful. Indeed it will be. Oh. Put this guy out there. Put this guy. Trish. Man, I don't like the... that Triss card is so useless. Like, don't make her a 7. If you're gonna make her a 7, give her an ability. Give her like a destroy ability or a buff ability or something. Don't just give me a trash 7 hero and call it good. Doo-doo-doo! Ooh, that Commander's Horn may actually hurt us. Yeah, that Commander Horn's gonna hurt us. Look at all this weather they're throwing. That is fantastic. I am cool with you throwing weather. By all means. By all freaking means. Throw the weather. Because I indeed know things you don't know. Okay, I'm back now. Outstanding. Welcome back. Welcome back. Thank you for being here, by the way, Edited Critique. I do appreciate it. Throw another blue stripe. Come on, bud. Dick bag. Okay. Fine. Goodbye to your blue stripes. Clear. And they passed. They passed with us. So how have you been? I left in a hurry 3 days ago because I was getting late and I needed to get a huge video that I just uploaded today. Ooh, I'll have to go check that out after we get done here today. All right, so we're going to bring this big boy back, and then we're going to drop her and bring this big boy back. Look at that. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? Bam! With 157.
Your tits up, mate. Slap those asses' ears on your ass's noggin.
Oh, such a shame. I'd already pictured you in those ears. Quite the interesting picture, too.
I know of other ways to look interesting. I could show you.
I'll think about it.
Time to drink! We are at a wedding.
Aye, let's drink. My time's as short as you are, friends.
Jesus, dude. Again.
Hear that, Shani? My betrothed. Know what that means?
No. What?
It means we should act as befits the betrothed.
And what's that mean?
I woo you, you resist. But it all ends as everyone knows it must. Ah, the merriment. Good show indeed. Let's continue the ball.
Woo! All right, we won. Have you heard of Last of Us before? I have.
To the next diversion.
I have. In fact, my son, Almost Evil, he was the one that introduced it to me, and he's been. And I'll go in and watch him quite frequently do the various scenario fights, because he'll just repeatedly run the same.
A manly man.
He'll repeatedly run like the same exact. That's not the scenario. There's a section. There's sections of game where there's patrols, and you either got to get through or you got to get certain things, and you got to, right, like mission objective areas that are filled with enemy patrols. He will repeatedly run those on the hardest difficulty settings that he can possibly find, and then I'll sit in there and just watch, and he'll explain things, and then we'll discuss like the tactics of it, and he'll explain to me his viewpoint, because I've given a lot of my military training that I received. And so he likes to implement it when he can, and one of the ways he does that is doing very difficult games, and it's really cool to see how his mind works. Have you heard of Fortnite before? I have, but I don't play Battle Rumble games that are just giant PvP matches. In fact, as a point of fact, I despise PvP. I am not from a generation of people that grew up killing each other in video games. I have to specify, in video games. In video games, I was very much part of the generation and the groups and the people that we played cooperatively. Not against each other, cooperatively. So I do not care for games that are only PvP. I want to play cooperatively with my friends. And I want to do it for a mission objective, right? I don't want to just fight random strangers, and I don't want to fight waves. Give me a purpose. Give me objectives. Give me mission criteria. Give me a story. Then let me, with my friends, go accomplish these tasks, right? Basically, I made the concept of a Last of Us characters in Fortnite. I'm pretty proud of the results, although someone else could do it way better than me. Huh. I'd be interested. I will look at it, absolutely. Because I am interested in watching what other people come up with, what they create. You know, it's very enlightening. Same. Yeah, see? Yep. I'm the same way. Yep. All right, so we're going to do this pig wrangling contest thing. Now, it's actually important to do it correctly. We're going to save our game just in case.
What sport is this? Blustering about after pigs, are you?
Lads are racing to be crowned king of the swineherds and win the prize that comes with it for their wench. Lady, meaning.
And the rules? One must be a swineherd's son to enter, I suppose?
Nay, any man can try his luck. All you need is to herd the piggies dabbed in yellow into the pen.
All right, let's chase some
Sounds
pigs.
like damned foolish nonsense. But why not give it a try?
We'd be honoured. Get that cripple out of there! Couldn't chase his own wench into a bed, let alone a pig into a pen. Let the Witcher give
He's
it a run.
scared of the pig. He fell down and got scared. The pig wasn't even charging him. No tusks, no nothing. All right, so we got to get them.
Shame there's no painter here. It's a moment worth immortalizing for posterity.
Watch my movements, Shani. I'm spry as a cat and sly as a fox. I'll show these imbeciles how one chases a porker. Come on, piggy. Got a nice and cozy pen for you.
All right, so that one
See
counts
that,
as
Shani?
one.
One pig penned.
Go, go, go. Go, go, go. Go, 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 go. And 2. Woo!
Feel foolish, peasants? Learned a lesson from your better? Are the pigs penned? Indeed they
He's
are.
really an asshole,
Master
man.
Witcher, we ain't seen such pig-chasing skill in a long time.
Your family had an ample pen, didn't they? Go on, admit it.
My family had many pens, but that in no way means I had any practice chasing pigs.
However it were, the crown's going to a good man.
And the king's chosen maid deserves a fitting favour. Yeah.
This is actually really cool. The prize you get.
Just don't go hiding it in some pouch.
That
Brandish
right
it
there.
on your horse so that all folk can
Yes.
see.
What do you say to that, Shani? Ever witnessed such agility?
You're clearly a natural at chasing pigs through muck. You were a joy to watch.
How does my heart's captor like the prize I won for her?
The rag-stuffed piggy? It's lovely, truly. I've always dreamed of owning one.
Tell me, Shani, what's the key with you?
What do you mean?
I'm on the prowl, that's clear. In Geralt's name and flesh, of course, but still. Yet the more I woo you, the less you seem ready to succumb. So I ask myself, what am I missing?
Perhaps you're just not my type. Considered that?
Rubbish. I'm every lass's type.
Is that so?
This guy.
Prove
This
it.
guy.
With pleasure. Show me a lass, and I'll have her eating out of my hand in the blink of an eye.
That one, with the garland.
Splendid choice. Now observe as Vladimir von Everegg does his thing. Now, who have we here?
Do I know you?
That's the crux of it. We've not met. I've had to endure half a lifetime without you.
An entire lifetime, more like.
A moment, my dear. Do not sabotage me, Shani. That would not be fair.
Fine, fine. I'll stay out of your way.
All right, I feel you. Everyone has their own opinions and personal tastes. I'm not too fond of online battle royales either, mainly because I rage when I lose. Haha. But getting in every now and then, playing some friends isn't bad. See, my thing is the PvP community in the gaming community is the most toxic community. And my big issue is I know what I have done in real life, and I know what I'm capable of doing in real life. And I know for a fact, like, not a single person that talks big and bad on their little keyboard or anything like that would ever treat another human being that is capable of what I am capable of the way that they treat them on the internet. And it's just like, no. Because if somebody talked to me that way that they talk on the internet, I would knock them senseless. Like, I'm gonna punch you in the throat so you shut the hell up. And then we're gonna have a discussion physically about how you are going to behave and how you will treat people with respect and courtesy. You know, like, I'm that guy. You won't be disrespectful in my presence. It's not gonna happen. I will punish you for being disrespectful in my presence. I am that person. Stupid should hurt, and being disrespectful and being an ass is stupid, you know. And the PvP community thinks because they're hiding behind a TV screen, it's okay to treat people that way. And that is a huge pet peeve of mine. So this is, again, this goes back to that whole treat people the way you want to be treated and treat them as if they're standing in front of you. You're not going to talk to somebody that way if they were standing in the same room with you in arm's reach. Like, that's not happening. So don't do it on the internet, you know? Treat people the way you want to be treated, and treat them as if they were in the room with you. Damn. So will my friend from the army. Oh, yes. Very toxic. People like to talk because they're behind a screen and they would never say or do anything. Exactly. And that's why I'm just so opposed to PvP communities. Is because every single one of them are that way. Fun fact, Geralt is actually going to be in Fortnite in a few days. Just a random fact that I thought I would point out since we're on the topic of Fortnite and you're playing Witcher 3. Very cool. So if you guys are Fortnite players in the audience, Edited Critique has let us know that Geralt, the character of Geralt, will be getting added in a few days. So if you guys are Fortnite players, definitely don't want to miss out on that. All right. Let's see. My dear girl, you're a miracle. Did it hurt when you fall from the heavens?
My sweet, you are no mere maid, but a marvel of nature. And now, at last, fate knocks at your door.
But I don't know rightly.
You needn't know anything. I know it all for us both. I shall make a true lady of you. Arm in arm, we'll grace the finest salons.
Salons? But really? Actual salons? In Novigrad? Then how?
In Novigrad, Oxenfurt, why, in Kovir as well. Wherever you wish. Let's make haste to the barn. There, everything will be made clear.
Lesky, step away from the man.
Yep, keyboard warriors. Facts. Geralt can charm anyone. Damn. Well, actually, it's not Geralt. Geralt can't charm anybody because this isn't Geralt. This is Vladimir von Erich, who is... he is possessing Geralt's body. But this is Vladimir's personality and words. All of it.
Who the devils are you?
We're the Mrs. Brothers, and we swore to our da on his dying day we'd keep those of your ilk far from her.
Easy, lads. No harm done. An innocent conversation with an innocent miss. The kind weddings are for.
We all heard your innocent talk. Wanted to draw her to the barn. What were you gonna do there? Talk some more?
Naturally, we would speak, but first we would dance. Now tell me, what sort of fool wouldn't want to dance with a beauty like her?
Find another beauty, or I'll dance with you myself, just after I grab me a fence post.
Geralt, you saw it. I tried to resolve this peacefully, but they wish to fight. Suits me just fine. Sounds like wonderful fun. Fence boards right over there for the taking.
Fear eat your stones.
That's the last ploughing straw. No one accuses Vladimir von Everett of cowardice.
Calm down, boys. Don't want to fight you.
Too damn bad, because we're gonna tan your mutant freak hide.
That does it! Rah! Hi-ya!
I mean,
Show us what you got.
Hot damn, boy. You needn't ask me twice.
he legitimately did try to resolve it peacefully. I will give him that. He did not antagonize, unlike the halflings he was being extremely racist towards.
Fence boards. The perfect weapon for sweaty-assed swineherds.
Boom!
Had enough.
They didn't block or parry or nothing, man.
Yourself a match for a Von Everett. A Witcher. Away with you.
It's hilarious to listen to. Absolutely. Geralt is getting free credit. So is he wearing those glasses because of Vladimir? No, he's wearing those glasses because I bought them in an auction. They belong to an assassin called the Professor. And I like the way the glasses look. I'm a little upset he shaved the mutton stash and chops off because I really like that look. That with the mutton chops going into the stash with those glasses and the shaved sides with the ponytail and a tied up behind his head. That's my preference on how Geralt should look. That is not what he looks like in the books, and that's not his default appearance, obviously. But yeah, that's my style of Geralt. Does the game have like fully customizable outfits? I would love to wearing a cool mask. No, it does not have fully customizable outfits. It does have a very, very limited customization options that came out as part of the DLCs because none of the Witcher games have customization options because you're not playing your own character. You're playing as Geralt. So everything's very limited. I would venture to say, though, the next series, the trilogy that they're going to come up with, the School of the Lynx trilogy, there's probably going to be quite a few customization options in there because there's not a lot of established Witchers that come out of that school. There's a lot of established Witchers that created the school, but not a lot that came out of it. And there are masks you can wear, that is true.
Tired of looking at your slack-jawed yaps. Where to, my love? I was to turn you into a lady.
Geralt, you must explain I was not at fault. They lunged at me. Well, go on, chase her.
In your dreams.
There it is. You fucked up. She's gone. Is that how you woo the ladies?
You always that charming in life?
It worked. More often than not.
Listen, tongue and fists on a leash from now on.
That's Vladimir.
Have your fun, but don't beat the wedding guests.
That's who we're talking to, is Vladimir.
Hands.
Fine. I shall try. Uh-oh. Shani approaches. Unlikely to be happy, eh?
You made this mess. You do the explaining.
Oh, all right.
Your methods, quite unusual. To woo a woman by beating up her brothers. Creative. Wonder what else you have up your sleeve.
We're not hitting on her.
Potential obstacles, see?
When I can choose.
All part of my plan. Usually I take a few passing blows in the doing, and the young miss in question then swoons with pity, tends to my wounds.
So, what went wrong?
It's this damned malformed body. All sinews, and this mug? Were I to wear my own, oh, 'twould that would be another story altogether. The maidens always fell for my melancholy eyes and the swagger in my scars. But I'll gladly try again. Just indicate a lass and...
You've proven everything amply. Let's just have fun, all right? After all, you haven't much time left.
Fine. I suppose you're right. Come then. Ah, my kind of tune. Let's do some dancing.
In my experience, witches and dancing don't exactly mix.
Today they mix like fire and oil, my love. We'll dance the barn down. Faster, faster, till we expire.
All their outfits are very unique. Yeah, they are. Yeah, if you get the Blood and Wine DLC, you can actually dye certain armors. You can't choose what part of the armor is being dyed, but you can change the overall colors. Which, that's why most of my armor you see is purple.
Now, a special treat
Hey, there
for
he
our
is!
Special guests.
There he is.
The Witcher Geralt and his enchanting partner, Shani. Musicians, something lovely for the loving couple.
At last, music for a loving embrace. Come, Shani. It's time you discovered my romantic side.
Oh, you're rather good at this.
He's really arrogant. Let's do this, because we're not trying to sleep with Shawnee. Yes, you can. We're not going to. Because we have Yennefer.
It's a gift. My legs are preternaturally skilled.
I never expected the members of Olgierd's band to have a taste for dancing.
Yet it's so. We dance and dance at every opportunity, as fond of fun as fighting, our motto. Seems the music in the evening draw to a close. Know how a true dancer thanks his lovely partner.
I'm not sure I do.
You bastard.
What are you doing? Have you lost your mind?
I have my mind, my heart for you.
We must agree. You can say whatever you please, but you shall keep your hands to yourself. Understood?
Don't be upset, my peach. I couldn't resist.
I'm not upset. Just next time, don't lunge at me like that.
I'd had a long fast, so to speak. Hunger overwhelmed me. But yes, next time I shall ask. Shani, may I kiss you?
You're incorrigible. Could I talk to Geralt for a moment?
What for? He'll have nothing of interest to say. The man's a drip.
Please.
Very well.
See how I've reeled her in? Now don't fuck this up.
Geralt, I'm curious what it's like when that ghost's inside you. Do you feel anything? Have any control?
I feel everything. Don't have any control over what I do or say, though. Why do you ask?
Because I wonder what it would have been like to dance with you. Just you.
Well, I probably wouldn't have forced myself on you.
Forced myself? It was an innocent
Oh.
kiss, naught more.
I don't know if I
No,
should
no, no.
thank
You
or if
forced
that should
yourself,
make
bro.
me
We all saw it. We all
angry.
saw it.
Don't get me wrong. I've thought about doing just that a few times, but
But what?
I'm not going to talk about it with him here. We can discuss it once he's gone.
I'll hold you to that.
Perhaps a bit of thanks is in order. Seems I've snared the little Robin for you.
You can shut up now.
What's going on now?
Nothing. Never mind. Happened to see the man who announced your song?
Yes, he acted as though he knew me, but we've never met. I was surprised. Who is he?
Gonter Dim, Master Mirror. Wonder what he's doing here.
Then perhaps you should just ask him.
Yeah, he didn't show up without a reason. Need to talk to him.
Consider that he might have simply been nearby and dropped in on a whim.
Promise you this much. He never does anything simply, and certainly not on a whim.
Bah, I was to make merry, carouse. Yet here I've stood the last 5 minutes, listening to you talk. I'm going back in.
Ah, better. Come, Shani. The night beckons us not to jabber it away.
Okay, now that they're done with the excessively long talking that goes on in this quest line here, you can dye them. I love that. You could do the same thing in Ghost of Tsushima, the game I talked to you about it later. I don't remember. Made some amazing looking red armor. Yeah, see, I gotta rock the purple. If there's a purple option, we gotta do the purple. Why? Because it's Legion colors, man. Gotta represent. Oh my, Shani is cute. I'd pick her. Well, actually, I haven't seen anyone else, so I don't know. No.
Young.
Shawnee.
Let's do something wild.
Shawnee. Shawnee is an option for this one adventure, for this one night. But that is literally all she's good for, is this one night. You can't do anything. Like, she doesn't stay in the storyline, because she wasn't part of the storyline initially. She was, she's just DLC. Yennefer. Yennefer's always my choice.
But gingerbread's naught but flour, honey, eggs and spices.
I beg to differ, madame. You omit the most important ingredient in gingerbread. Time.
What sort of balderdash is he feeding them?
Quiet. If you listen, you'll learn.
Time? What do you mean, time? An ingredient?
Time gives the proper consistency. Time provides that ideal crunch on the outside, the delicious moistness within.
So how much of this time does it take?
That you will not find in any recipe. You must surrender to your senses. Let them lead you so close to time, you touch it. Let you sniff it, stroke it even. Time. Time is the key.
You're being philosophical, then they just simply asked you for a recipe. I'm just saying, like, that was kind of a dick move.
My, what a lovely dress. The color suits you exquisitely.
Thanks. I've heard a lot about you, but no one mentioned cooking. Seem to know quite a bit about gingerbread.
Quite simply, I know a lot about everything.
Is that so? What do you know about me?
That you were ever the worst brother, that you envied Olgierd from your earliest days, and always wished to be just like him.
That was a fighting words, man. He called him out. But flip side, he asked, "Hey, if you didn't want an honest answer, you shouldn't have asked, right? If you don't want the answer, don't ask the question." Yeah, you can choose Yennefer, Triss, and Shawnee. There's also brothels you can interact with. There's a Skellige girl you can sleep with after the Iron Maiden quest. And there's somebody else, and I can't think of them off the top of my head. Anyway, Kira Metz. You can sleep with Kira Metz as well. Now, here's the thing. If you pursue Yennefer or Triss, if you pursue both of them, it backfires on Geralt, dramatically so. But if you'll end up by yourself with nobody. If you pursue just Yennefer or just Triss, you're okay. You can go to brothels and it not affect the relationship. And Shawnee, because she was an afterthought for the developers, because she was added just as part of this DLC, Shawnee you can have a romance with and have the sex scene and everything without it interfering with your relationship pursuit of Triss or Yennefer. So, yes, it's possible to do all those things. Me, I tend to get invested when I do my gameplays. So, like, if I'm committing to a relationship with one character, I'm committing to a relationship with one character, and I will not entertain outside temptations, is what we're going to call that. But, yes, you can absolutely do that. Purple is my... how are you? Hey, Lead Devil! Welcome in. Let's see. Purple is my top 3 favorite colors. It is. It's a wonderful color. It really, truly is. And again, Legion colors gotta represent, right? So you can... Yes. Yes. To answer the question about Yennefer and Shawnee in the DLC, can you sleep with everyone in the one playthrough? I don't know if you can sleep with Yennefer and Triss. I know you can sleep with Yennefer. I so rarely pursue Triss, I can't tell you if you can sleep with Triss and Yennefer. But I know you can sleep with most everybody. Now I gotta do a playthrough for Yennefer and a playthrough for Triss. Honestly, you should do a 3 playthroughs. So, here's what you do. You start a game, you go do your playthrough for Triss. Okay? Do a new game plus. And finish that out with Yennefer. Keep your new game plus save file, and then take a third game, because you got to create a new game, because you can only do a new game plus once. So do a brand new game, and then pursue both of them. Because when you pursue both of them, you do end up getting a unique cutscene. You end up alone and by yourself and not with either one of them, but you do get a unique cutscene. All kinds of booty. Now, yeah, I'm a one-woman man, and it's always Yen. Absolutely. Totally agree with you, Lead Devil. Yennefer is always my pick. Triss is just toxic as shit, especially if you read it in the books. Like, she knows that Geralt's in love with her best friend, and she still sleeps with Geralt to feed off of his emotional and mental pain and anguish. And that's the only thing that she uses Geralt for. She doesn't act... The video games made her more of a romance option of, oh, well, we should be together sort of deal. And that's not the case. Triss in the books is very, like, read the books. It's very clear that she only cares about feeding off of Geralt's emotional pain. And she is using him to feed off of that emotional pain. She has no intentions of falling in love or being in a permanent relationship with him. She just enjoys using him. And it's like... This is why I can't get behind Triss and why I don't like Triss's character, and I will never be a fan of Triss. I think she is a trash, toxic character. But she's a very well-written character because she does provoke such strong emotions. So I will give credit where credit is due, and she is very well-written and very convincing. But that personality archetype, I hate in real life. I don't think I can do my man Geralt like that and leave him alone. But the cutscene is funny. I will say that. The cutscene is funny. Yeah, you could do both of them and then just end up... Yeah. Yeah, that's what I was talking about, Stephen Legend. So, like, I know you can sleep with Yennefer I don't remember if you can sleep with Triss in this game. I think you can. But I don't remember if you prevented from sleeping with Triss if you slept with Yennefer. You were showing me how to say Geralt, by the way. Though I always pronounced it the other way. Oh, yeah. Yeah. All right, so let's see this.
Rubbish. I never envied my brother.
Of course you did. He was a shining role model. Olgierd ran faster, shot truer, lifted greater weights. Olgierd learned to read first, although you tried your damnedest to beat him. As you grew up, he had his pick of girls, whereas you made do with the leftovers.
I apologize, Shawnee. I'm rather sorry you have to hear this.
Stop fooling yourself. Shani isn't here for you. She's here for Geralt. Even after death, you still play the pale imitation. Oh, by the way, Olgierd's a much better dancer.
You lying dog. That's my brother. I loved him.
The question is, were you as dear to him as he seems to have been to you?
He made a hero of me in death. In my last battle, in truth, I was far from valiant. 5 came at me. I'll not deny it. I fled. I hid in a cellar, yet they found me. Cornered me like a rat. But Olgierd told everyone I flew at all 5. Took them on all at once. Alone.
I'm rather curious how you know all this.
Olgierd visits my grave. Often. Pours a drink for me. Gets soused himself. And talks of the old times. He cannot see me, but I hear his every word.
Well, perhaps one day he'll say something very surprising.
What are you getting at?
I shan't disturb you any longer. Have a splendid time, for time is short.
I really want to know what this dude is, man.
I'm sorry,
It's all right. That was... Ugh, forget him. We're here to enjoy ourselves, right? Let's go. The night's still young.
All lies. Not a word of truth.
Don't let it bother you.
Olgierd was not just my brother. More
Yeah. You sleep with Triss after her storyline if you tell... Oh, okay. Okay, cool. So then if you can... So then, yeah, you'll be able to sleep with both of them, but at the end, you end up getting screwed over. But the cutscene is unique. If you guys haven't seen it, I recommend it. Just once. It's not canon, but I do recommend seeing it just to say you've seen it. I hate the way Geralt walks when he's possessed by the goober. This goober. Yes, I don't like the way he talks. I don't like the way his movements are. I do not like Olgierd. Vladimir when he possesses Geralt. But it is unique to see Geralt acting so extremely out of character. It is cool to see that. I have a horrible headache. Yeah, there is a whole lot to this.
Mate.
Like I said, you're going, if you play this, it's... Understand you are going to be playing this for a while. Okay? It is not possible to see all the endings and all the different endings and combinations and all the choices in 3 playthroughs. You need more than that to see everything. Which goes back to, and I can't open my inventory right now. But yeah, no, like... It's very time consuming and you got to remember all the different combinations of choices you've made too. All right, so before we go anywhere,
Got a monster under my bed. Will you help?
Do you need help?
Shani, darling. Oh, you shan't believe what's happened. I'm marrying off my only daughter. Wanted a proper wedding for her, wild revelry. So I hired a true fire eater. You know, woo scope, sizzle, sizzle.
Ooh, I've not seen that sort of trickery.
Horribly dear diversions of that sort. He journeyed here from Novigrad.
But I'll not squeeze coppers on my daughter, oh no. The groom's family have us for paupers, but we'll show them how wrong they are.
Seems we won't, in fact, for our fire swallowers has gone as last Yule's pudding.
Groomshound chased him off. That blasted demon. Ugh, they sure named it right.
Calm yourself, Dumpling. Master Witcher's here now. Perhaps he can aid us.
Yes. We will find him.
Needn't worry. The Witcher, that is, I, will find this swallower of heated things.
Oh, mighty generous offer, but no one knows where to look.
Matters not. Witchers, that is, we have our ways. The Flame Gulper, what did he look like?
He wore a jester's cap. Typical sort. Ought to be enough to identify him.
I shall find him.
We thank you, and hope for the best.
All right, let's go find this.
Awfully nice of you to offer your help, but are you sure you're up to it? You're not actually a Witcher, Vladimir.
I wish to find this magician. Give it a go, all right? But you cannot help me. I must do it alone. I expect it will be great fun.
Fine. Don't have to do this, but if I were you, I'd find the dog's tracks, follow its trail. Just a thought.
Excellent advice. I'll take it.
Shani, Vladimir and I need to find the Fire Eater. If we're not back by midnight, then...
Relax. You'll be back in no time. I believe in you.
Tally-ho. Adventure awaits.
Woo! Let's go get him. Okay.
The hound tore its chain off the wall. Underfed, it seems. Or else the ash liquor really boiled the mutt's blood. A bone gnawed so clean, I've only ever seen two like this. One in an anthill, the other when I caught a hen after not eating for a week. Its bowl is chipped. Tried to devour its bowl along with its supper. Daft mutt. A dog made these tracks true, but a small one. Yet judging by its house, demon is a hulk, but beggars can't choose their tracks. So I shall follow these.
Hold on 1 second, folks. Give me 1 second.
Serpent eyes, silver sword. A Witcher, as I live and breathe.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that, folks. All right, I might do 2 playthroughs on this game for my in my channel, and then do more in my own time. Yes, you're definitely gonna want to do more in your own time. Absolutely. There's only one other game that I know that has more ending combinations than this, and it's a game that I actually have a deep passion for, and it's Fallout New Vegas. Fallout New Vegas has a combination of over 250 different endings on a single game.
Following
Yeah,
some
like,
dogs
it's
to
insane.
Not exactly how I imagined this wedding.
I do love that game,
Wonderful,
by the
my
way.
juicy
I
dear.
absolutely
I shall continue my
love
travails while you rest.
New Vegas.
Shan't be long now.
Such a huge fan.
How goes the search?
No discoveries of note as yet, but I shan't give up. This Witcher work suits me swimmingly.
Since doing more than 2 playthroughs on a game might get boring. Yeah. Yep, I agree. That's actually part of the reason I don't do a lot of the games I am deeply passionate about, is because I know that they're not entertaining for people to watch. Like, I love the Total War games. I love grand strategy games, but I will never play one on the channel because nobody's going to want to watch that. That stuff's boring. As much as I love them, nobody would watch it. And my audience is fairly important to me. It's actually more important to me than the games I'm playing, which is part of the reason why I deliberately choose not to pick games that are...
Missing man, missing mutt.
Hold on. They're not boring to watch.
This right. That gammy puss ran up a tree to escape that puppy.
Guess so. You, get down.
Oh no, no bloody chance. I value my life.
What do we do?
Sit.
Now that is power. If I'd had that, the Horsons never would have gutted me. Make it do something.
Did they actually gut you?
Roll
Like,
about on the
disembowel you?
ground. That sort of sport.
No.
Oh, could you be any more of a bore? I'll do it myself.
Roll over.
That's not rolling over. That's rolling over. There we go.
Were I to command it to eat its own tail, it would do so, right?
Demon, doghouse now.
Now what have you done? Why ever? Ruin my fun.
Have it at the wedding. Climb down. Man-eating beast's gone, as you can see.
You sure it won't return?
Positive.
Better safe than sorry, I always say.
Geralt, this jester is drunk as a skunk. I hope he's not polished off that bottle yet.
I saved your life, man. Do you not at least owe me a sip?
Course. Bottoms up.
I say, cracking good mead. Now I understand why you wanted some private time with it.
Fine mead, true. But I was fleeing an hound. Hound? But it was a monster. A furry, faggy devil. They chose a fitting name for it.
You can forget about performing in your state.
And just what state would that be?
Look at yourself, man. You're a tramp, can barely stand, let alone perform.
First off, that's bollocks. Second, I'm a fire eater, not a stilt walker. Standing straight ain't a requirement.
Oh, you shan't pull the wool over my eyes. I know your type. Now, here's the plan. We shall head down this path till we arrive at the wedding. You'll have sobered by then.
But...
Silence. Do you know me, sir? When a nobleman speaks, you listen. You will stay close at my side. We will return to the wedding, where you will put on a show to make our honored guests soil their breeches from joy. Got it?
Yes.
Good. Then let's be off.
So I obviously missed it. Damn it.
Calm, stay close.
I shan't stray a step. Wild animals behind every stump in these woods.
So you can find his jester cap along the way, and I guess we overlooked it on the way through.
Bear, that? As much as your cock's a tent pole. Hide, you blind fool.
Oh, that's funny. That is funny.
Tell me, are bear...
I would watch Witcher 3 on here all the time, but I'm a guy that plays like 3 games at same 3 games at all the time. Yeah, see, like I'm a repeat player too. Witcher is one of those games I'm a repeat player with just because okay, the games I enjoy are the games where I can play more than one time and have a different experience every time. Those are the games that I enjoy. So, like, if it's got multiple endings, chances are it's on my playlist. But I'm absolutely that way, too, so.
Often boar-shaped in your experience?
Got weak eyes, see? Besides, I'm a fire eater, not some damn naturalist.
Indeed you are not, Master. Believe I failed to ask. What do they call you?
David Altonsborough.
Listen here, Master Hattonsborough. Stay close, and no harm will come to you. I'll see to it your drunken, fire-spitting gob gets to the wedding safe and sound.
What's my opinion on...
Fire
Hold on.
blower is missing no more. It was my doing, if I may say so myself.
And Demon? What's with him?
He failed to return.
No, he did. He's just acting mighty strange.
Seems to be in a muddle of sorts. Got as much life in him as a carrot.
Might have eaten some nightshade or whatnot.
Your attention, please. I invite all to witness a spectacle unrivaled. A man so bold as to eat fire.
We must watch the trickery. Never saw anything like it while alive.
I've seen a fire eater once when I was it was an event I was working. It's a casino event I was working. They hired the Cirque du Soleil people to come down, and they actually had so they're doing their acrobatics and stilts and stuff, but they actually had someone that would do the blowing the fire, eating the sword swallowing and all of that stuff. It was really cool. Woo!
My first Witcher contract. Done. Fire Eater found. His ass saved. If I could live again, I'd be a Witcher for damn certain.
I just noticed that. Look at the top corner of the screen where we usually have a... Yeah, that's a weird symbol. I don't know what that symbol is. Let's see here. Let's see. I can't find an image of it. Anyways, what's your opinion on Telltale games? Telltale games are great for people who love those types of games. Absolutely. They do have tremendous replay value because of the different choices and stuff you can make. I don't like linear games that force me to play them in a very linear fashion. Even if you give me choices, even if you give me different options. Maybe their Family Crest? Oh, yeah, that's a good idea. It could be. It could be a Family Crest thing. You're absolutely right. I didn't think about that. It's crazy they actually swallow the swords. Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do. It's pretty cool. It is absolutely cool. So we're going to do this one. Telltale Games. I forgot to finish what I was saying. Telltale Games. If you enjoy those types of games, they are fantastic. My thing is they don't give me personally enough freedom. I like to do things in whatever order I see fit. I like to have to build a character. I like to have to handle the combat and fighting myself. I like just overall having more control in my gameplays than and unlike the Telltale games, at least the ones that I've played, and I have not played them all. I will say that I have not played them all. I've only played a few of them. And the few that I've played, they're pretty much the same, where the gameplay in between dialogue choices is always the same. It's very bland, very to the point, very linear. When you get to the dialogue choices, that's the only part that matters in those games. And your dialogue choices will change outcomes, absolutely, and they will change it in very dramatic fashions. But that's really the only part the player has control over, truly, is the dialogue choices you make. And it's like that's not true freedom. That's not the way that I like it. I like to where my actions can also influence things. I like to have freedom over that, So Telltale Games, if you're into those games, they are fantastic. They are wonderfully done games if that's your gaming style. But it is not my gaming style. Yeah, I don't have anything negative to say about them because they are well done games for their genre. Never played one before. I want to try it. Well, you definitely should. They for their genre, they are very good, but they are not my preferred genre, so I don't play them. That's kind of why I got agitated with ESO. You can make a few choices, but it doesn't matter. The outcome is always the same. Yes, you know what game is the worst on doing that? Greedfall. Greedfall truly pissed me off because they advertised it as, we've got hundreds of customization options. We've got all of these different choices and different outcomes you can do. And it's like, okay, but let's look at the choices. Every choice you made, regardless of which decisions you made, the main storyline never changed. The main storyline outcome never changed. The main ending never changed. You might change the way a faction interacts with you or talks to you, but that's the extent of it. What the end results are is always the same. And then we have hundreds of customizations options. No, motherfucker, you've got 4 customization options for every piece of equipment, and you're counting every piece of equipment, those same 4 choices, as different choices. That's not hundreds of customization options. That's 4. Okay? It's just like, seriously. If you're going to tell me you'll have all these customization options, have those customization options. Which sucks because Greedfall is a really good, it has so much potential. It was such a great concept. They just fell super short on what they promised. It was not what they said it was going to be. At all. Like, not even freaking close. And that was truly disappointing. I think I've been playing way too many open world games, so I'm a bit burnt out. Would love to play something new. Have you played the Dragon Age games edited by Critique? Have you played those? The Dragon Age games?
Seen what he pulled from the water? An old pot?
Mayhaps his lass wears pots for shoes, case you can't find a privy.
You're supposed to fish out my slipper. I'm at a dance now with one foot bared. 'Tis a wedding. I've got to wear slippers.
Oh, look, dearie, I did. Tain't there. Muck must have sucked it deep in.
Well, poke your paws in there. Rut for it. Rubbish game.
What's all this then?
They're playing Slip In for a Slipper. Never heard of it?
Never.
Never heard of them. Okay, so check this out. Dragon Age Origins focused on the story, and it is one of the best stories ever, and it really does have your choices actually matter and will change in outcomes. You can wipe out entire races and factions with some of the choices you make in that game. It is beautiful. Dragon Age 2 expanded and focused more on the combat. So instead of it being a very bland combat, it gave you the combat combinations and freedoms that you would want in a game. It gave you a solid story, but there was very little in the customization features that there used to be. Like, the first game, you can pick your races. The second game, you're a human. Period. And then Dragon Age Inquisition. I love that game so much. Choices are everywhere. Like, there's tons of romance options, there's faction options, there's religious options, there's how you manage the Inquisition options, there's customization options for your own gear, your appearances, there's crafting options. Like, Dragon Age Inquisition's phenomenal. And they're coming out soon with with the fourth installment in the series, Dragon Age Dreadwolf. It's past its alpha phase, so the game is playable from beginning to end now. Now they're working out the bugs and putting the final touches on before they put it up for pre-order. But it's close. It's close. Dragon Age Dreadwolf picks up at the end of Inquisition. It's exciting. From what I can see, the only Dragon Age game in PlayStation is Dragon Age Inquisition. Wow, really? That's crazy disappointing because, like, I have Xbox Series X and... Let's see here. Where are my Dragon Age games? Oh, there they are. Dragon Age Origins, Dragon Age 2, Dragon Age Inquisition. So yeah, they don't have Dragon Age Origins and Dragon Age 2, like as a backwards compatibility thing. So 360, that would have been PlayStation 4, right? Or would that be PlayStation 3? That'd be PlayStation 3, wouldn't it?
Us gentry folk have other diversions. What's the object?
Maid tosses a shoe in the water. A man's got to dive in and fish it out.
360 is PS3. Yeah, that's what yeah, okay. So, you can do Dragon Age Inquisition. You can start with Inquisition, though, can't you, Scare? Yes, you can. That's what I was about to explain. Thank you, Lead Devil. Yes, Lead Devil's correct. You can start with Dragon Age Inquisition and be just fine. If you're going to start with Dragon Age Inquisition, what you need to do, though, before you install the game, is you need to type Dragon Keep into Google, right? And you'll find a thing that says, improve your experience, Dragon Age Keep, right? And it's Dragon Age Keep, it's DragonAgeKeep.com, right? What that does is it allows you to make all the previous decisions from the previous two Dragon Age games on the Keep, and then import those decisions and that world you've created to the world that you're starting in Dragon Age Inquisition. Now, even if you play the other two games, you still have to use the Dragon Age Keep website to import your previous decisions. Okay, so no matter what, you still have to use the website. But if you play the games, you'll at least have understanding and context to what these things are. If not, Dragon Age Keeps gives you very brief summaries of what each of these decisions are. So you don't necessarily have to play the first two games. You can start with Inquisition. And the next Dragon Age game, is going to continue Inquisition's story, because each Dragon Age game is its own protagonist. Like the first one, you played a Grey Warden. The second one, you play a guy named Hawk, or a girl named Hawk, character named Hawk. And then the third one, you play the Inquisitor. So each game, you are playing a different character. So that's why you can play Inquisition and go forward from there, and it not be that big of a deal. Well, actually, Dragon Age Origins and 2 are both on PS3, but I don't have one. Oh, cool. Didn't know that part. Yeah. So, you have to go to Dragon Age Keep, the website, and it'll allow you to give you the background and make the previous decisions, and then you would save the world on there, and set it to the export world. And then when you start Inquisition, when you're making a new game, you can import your Dragon Age Keep save file. And then it'll change the world to be that way. It's pretty cool. I would definitely prefer the way Mass Effect did it, with literally importing the save files. But Dragon Age Keep, it makes sense the way they did it, because of the fact that if you look at it, like you're pointing out, edited by Critique, Dragon Age 1 and 2 aren't available on the current generation of consoles, whereas Mass Effect just did a Legendary Edition and remastered everything and released it on the current generation of consoles. So you see, like, it makes sense that they're still running the Keep, but I do prefer the Mass Effect style. Oh, that's cool. Thank you for the recommendation. I bought the deluxe edition of Inquisition before Christmas and haven't played it yet. It was on sale for like $9 before Christmas. Absolutely play it. 10 out of 10, recommend it. Are you going to be doing it on console, or are you guys going to be doing it on PC? And edited by Critique, have you also heard of Mass Effect?
Oh my.
Oh, there's more to come. Prime game. Shawnee, your slipper. I shall prove I'd dive to any depth for you.
I wouldn't be throwing... Dude, those are nice boots. Don't throw them in the water. You have no idea what water is going to do to those leather boots. That was such a bad decision. Such a bad decision.
Observe, Shawnee.
My eyes are glued.
Such a bad decision. And that's her boot there. I don't want to take her boot just yet. Okay, now we'll go get her boot. Mass Effect is another solid series. That was Shawnee's shoe. Okay, Mass Effect is a very... Okay, hold on, let's back up there. I'm on Series X. Okay, cool. Alright, so you're on Series X, which means you don't have to worry about the mod thing, which is a good thing. Do two things. I want you to remember two very, 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 very... I cannot express how important this is. Very important. A, if you're going to play with the DLC, make sure you are super freaking thorough in your entire first gameplay on looting everything. Here's why. All the blueprints, schematics, anything like that that has to do with making weapons, armor, modifications for it, upgrades for them, anything for upgrading and decorating your castle, everything. Yes, you get your own castle. I know. Fantastic and wonderful, isn't it? If you get it all, and you beat the game and you save your game, guess what? There's a golden nug statue next to your crafting area. That's right, the golden nug. And you go and you interact with that golden nug, and it saves all the blueprints and schematics you've ever looted in that playthrough. Which means every playthrough you do after that, you will be able to have access to all of those immediately, and you won't have to wait till the end of the game to get some of the best schematics in the game, which means you can start the game by making the best shit already after you've beat the game the first time. Yes, that is freaking amazing. I cannot express how important that is. The Golden Man Bear Nug, right? Yeah. Loot everything? Yes, everything. Literally everything. Loot everything. And then when you beat the main game, save everything with the Golden Nug. Which includes the DLC, because the DLC, post-game DLC, has some amazing stuff. It has some of the best weaponry schematics and armor schematics in the entire series. And you can start all your subsequent games afterwards with those things available. You still got to go to the materials and farm up the materials to make these items, but the fact that you have access to them in the very beginning is huge. Okay? Second, Iron Bull. For those who don't know, he's a Qunari, right? He's a warrior dude with a freaking ox horns eye patch, and he's voiced by Freddie Prinze Jr., and he's a romance option for male, female, regardless of what race you choose to be. Very, very, very important here. You need to do two different things with him so that you can experience them. The very first time, there's going to be a mission. You need to get on his good side. He'll give you a mission at a certain point when you've progressed a certain point in the game, and you need to discuss his history with him. You need to talk to him and find out what he did prior to joining your group. Okay? And it'll trigger a character quest. Each of the characters have their own character quest. His character quest, you're going to have to choose between the Qunari people or his band of mercenaries, the Chargers. You need to experience both of them. Because what you choose, whether you choose to side with his people or you choose to side with his mercenaries, will dramatically, in a major, major way, change his behavior in a very important, pivotal moment in the post-game DLC. Okay? So you need to do both so that you can experience both outcomes, because it is a major change based on that one decision. So you do need to play on both ways, and you need to loot everything. Those are the best two pieces of advice I can give you for Dragon Age Inquisition. I don't know if I'm that patient, but it sounds like it pays off. Cool, I'll do that. Yes, it absolutely pays off. 100% it freaking pays off every time. Like, it is phenomenal. I'm not even joking. Like, I love Inquisition. I truly love Inquisition. Hey, it's Man Bear Nug. It's Man Bear Nug. Let's do that shout out for Man Bear Nug. Bam. So if you guys haven't noticed already, you know the drill. Hit those buttons. Follow the Man Bear Nug. That's right. We were talking about golden nugs from Dragon Age Inquisition, and who but shall appear? Man Bear Nug himself. The myth, the legend. How you doing? Welcome in, welcome in. How's your day? Hope you're having a wonderful and outstanding day. And again, if you guys haven't gone over and hung out with him in the morning with coffee, do it. Do it. It'll be a life-altering experience for the better, I promise. What do you think about Doom games? I think Doom games were fantastic for the Doom genre up until the last one. The last one is not a Doom game, and anyone who says so has never played the Doom games. That's what I got to say about the Doom games. Woo! All right, let's get up here and turn the shoes in.
Damn mucky that pond. Sank in up to my armpits.
I see no amount of silt could keep you from my shoe. And all the other shoes ever tossed in the lake.
Always better to do a bit more and even gain naught by it than to do too little and face regret.
Oh, that's quite the theory.
One founded in practice. For instance, I can now approach the owner of any of these slippers, and she will lift up her skirt and bend over. To don it, of course.
Ah, so generous. And clever.
Just figuring that out? I believe I've earned a kiss.
Well, find the owners of those shoes. One might agree.
Don't be jealous, Shani. That was but a jest. I don't give a piffle about the others. Oh well. Recognize this, Cinderella.
My shoe?
Now extend your supple leg and let me slide it in. That is, on.
Thank you.
Hey, Led Devil, Scareborne, thank you for the kind words, sir. You're welcome. Thank you for being amazing. You don't like Eternal. Do you like Doom 2016? Can confirm if my schedule hadn't changed, got so crazy, I'd be there every morning. Facts. I try to, like, I haven't been sleeping at night. So what I've been doing is I've been staying up, and I wait until Man Bear Nug goes live, and then I'll switch my computer over, so it's hanging out in his channel. And then at that point, I'm like, okay, now it's okay to go to rest. So Doom. Okay, so Doom. Understand that when we're talking about Doom, you're talking to a person that played the original Doom on PC back when it was what, Microsoft 95 or some shit like that, right? Windows 95. Doom was always a straightforward shooter. You know, if you want to add story, you want to add whatever, fine, go for it. The one thing you don't do to a freaking Doom game is make it a parkour game. If I have to be jumping around and bouncing around and do all these crazy little jumping puzzles, it's no longer a Doom game. Doom is about the sheer brutality of just fighting hell demons and shooting them in the face with borderline comically oversized and overpowered guns. That is Doom. Doom is not platforming and jumping and doing freaking little puzzle parkour games. If you want the puzzle parkour crap, go play Assassin's Creed, okay? That's an entire genre for that. But the latest Doom game, there is literally a part where it's jumping on little platforms that last only for a short period of time, and you're going around in a circle above a lava pit, and then yeah, it's one of those craps. It's like, are you kidding me? This is not a Doom game. If I get hung up on something that is a jumping platforming puzzle of disappearing platforms, then it's no longer a Doom game. So every game that up to the latest one, yes, I have played them, I have beaten them, they are Doom games. I am a fan if I am in the mood for just that pure shooting carnage. Yes. But the last game is absolutely not. Duke Nukem? Oh, dude, was it Duke Nukem New York or Manhattan or... That was another computer game that was like, that was cool. That was such a cool game. It was so cheesy. It was like super, super cheesy 80s action. That all those one-liners, I'm here to kick ass and chew bubblegum, and I'm a whole lot of gum. Right? Like, Duke Nukem was so funny. Because it was so over the top and ridiculous with its 80s action. Puzzles in Doom? Oh, hell no. Exactly. And the newest game does that. It adds freaking puzzles. I know Duke wouldn't probably fly in today's cancel culture, but I loved him. Come and get some. Yeah, absolutely. Duke Nukem would get canceled so fast if it was a new game series that wasn't already established.
Something wild.
I'll leave you for a moment. As a bridesmaid, I need to be by the bride for the capping.
Go on, Shani. I'll manage fine alone. Ladies and gentlemen, This night I've tasted of life's delights so fiercely, I've decided to make a speech.
Geralt, there's no need.
So be it. If there's no demand, I shan't supply. But it would have been a beautiful speech.
It's almost midnight.
Indeed.
Time for the captain.
You're a bridesmaid, Shani. Take your place.
The midnight chime has struck. The capping times are come. What thoughts in young hearts prance? What dreams make young blood run? Be they nice? Be they
Okay, one last question before I go to sleep. What do you think of the Dishonored games? I am a huge fan of the Dishonored games. I love those games. I love the combat, the technique, everything about them, with the exception of one thing. They have very, very limited replay value. There are a few choices that you can make that they do present you with. But there's not very many of them. So if you've played Dishonored once or twice, maybe even 3 times, if you're Easter egg hunters, you've pretty much experienced everything there is to experience in the game, which is disappointing. But past that, like, they have a really, really good storyline. You can get lost in the storyline pretty quickly. They accommodate everybody's play styles. You can do the stealth approaches. You can do the loud killing approaches. Hell, you can go through and do non-lethal approaches. Like, there is... If you're as good as that storyline is, its true replay value comes in with trying the different gaming styles and techniques to engage the enemy and approach the different scenarios that they present you with. But yeah, it's your approach that really gives you your replay value. But I absolutely love the Dishonored series. I'm a huge fan of those series. I hope that they continue to make Dishonored, but I don't know how many more they can do with the death of the Outsider and the fact that they came out with another Deathloop, the sniper game. The gaming developers did confirm that it is a Dishonored game. It is a Dishonored universe game, which makes me start questioning whether or not they're going to continue the Dishonored story universe, right? I mean, they could. And if they did, the way to do it would be pick a different kingdom, because there are different kingdoms that are mentioned in the games. But I did really enjoy the series, and I do enjoy the series. And, you know, that's something I may end up doing at some point on broadcast here in the future, because they are really good and challenging. I really enjoyed the old Quake series. Unreal was good too. Yeah, like Quake, Unreal, Doom, Duke Nukem, all of those are kind of like the same genre. At least they used to be. And they were the standard that genre was held to. You had to be at their quality to be like Wolfenstein, the original Wolfenstein stuff. That was another one that was in that category for the longest time. Yeah, those were good series. I agree. Only played the first Dishonored game, but I remember it being fun just once, though. Like you said, yeah, like you're not going to change too much in the storyline. Your big replay value for the Dishonored series comes with using different approach techniques. So, but they are super good series. All right, good to know. Was interested in Dishonored games, so thought I'd ask. Well, I gotta go to sleep now. It was nice talking to you. Well, you have an outstanding rest, and thank you for being here. It's always an awesome pleasure to have you in the channel and have you chit chat with us. You know, and I love talking video games. So definitely hope to see you in the future. And again, thank you for being here. Pretty sure I installed Wolfenstein from 3.5 disc. Yeah. Wolfenstein was a big game. But it was a cool game. And you know what the other cool thing was about those games, the original old school Wolfenstein games, was finding the secret chambers. Like, you just kind of, if I remember correctly, spacebar was the action, like to open things. I think it was Spacebar. It's obviously it's been a long time since like was what 95 that those games came out. Let's look. Wolfenstein original release date. Let's see, what was the original release date? The original release date 1981. Holy shit. That and then 1991. 1991 I think is yeah, there it is. 1991 is the first one that I played. It was the Wolfenstein 3D. That was the original one that I played. Wolfenstein 3D. 1992. So 1991 they started the development and a new company took over and all of that. 1992 Wolfenstein 3D, that's what I played. Have a great rest of your day. Hopefully see you tomorrow. Good chat. Bye. Before that. Yeah, before that. 1992. Probably 80s. Yeah, Wolfenstein 30 years ago. That's crazy. Damn, I'm old. Yeah, I try not to think about that. But yeah, Wolfenstein 3D, like you couldn't tell where you had to like memorize where the secrets were because Google wasn't a thing. There was no clear marker to show you where the hidden little Easter egg rooms were. So you just had to like go up to the wall and just go to every single section of the wall hitting the space bar, hoping that one of them was a hidden door. I remember doing that for hours.
Of jestily or lordly stance, out they'll come in this hour.
Matter of fact, for those who don't know, the new Wolfenstein games, you can actually play the original Wolfenstein in the new Wolfenstein games. There'll be an arcade thing set up in your main base or your safe area, and when you go over to it and you enter it, your character goes, "Oh wow, man, look at these graphics, it's so realistic." Like, and he's being serious. And the graphics are the original 1992 Wolfenstein 3D graphics. It is hilarious. But it's also fantastic that they found a way to let you play the original games. Here's a random. Anyone remember Leisure Suit Larry series? I do. Leisure Suit Larry Goes to College was the one that I played. That was such a weird series. It was such a weird series.
Toast the lovely couple and give them a few weeks, and we'll toast the lovely Ben with its pale and puffy cheeks. Don't you mind our song? We don't sing to be unkind. We sing so we can empty yet another stein. Bride's one love eternal, bridegroom best beware, or she'll make you a cold in the coming year. What's the groom a-thinking, a storm upon his brow? Must be second guessing if you'll get that cow. You'll get the cow, lad, the bull, the calf, the hay. So drink and be merry, 'tis your wedding day.
Oh! Tradition holds. Whoever caught the garland shall be next to wed.
Don't get me wrong, I'm very grateful that I made it to 48, but it went by so fast when you think back to these games. That's true. See, and see, how old am I? I'm 33. I will be 34 in 11 days. In 11 days, I'll be 34. Crazy indeed. Okay, back to work. See you later. All right, see you later. And yeah, like my first, so like I played the Atari systems, but my first console that I owned that was mine was a Sega Genesis. Man, those were the days, right? And have a good rest of your shift. And thank you for being here, Led Devil. Again, I really do appreciate each and every one of you that show up here and spend your time here. Like, that's... it means a lot. So thank you. And I hope you have a good and outstanding rest of your shift and day.
That really necessary?
It came rushing back in a torrent. How we caroused at Olgierd's wedding. I couldn't resist. Had to pen a few words. Will you give him the letter?
I will.
Thanks. You're a good chap, Witcher. Dull as dirt, but good. A lovely custom. Blushing maids, twirling in dance, their hair swirling freely, their bodices undone, their bouncing...
Will you stop?
Did you see it? Shani caught the garland. She'll be next to marry as peasant superstition has it.
Maybe. Doesn't matter. It's past midnight. Time for you to go back to the crypt.
I can't. I'm not finished here.
Is Vladimir's ghost gone?
You see? She asks after me. Misses me already.
I'm here, my ever-loving tulip. That kiss as we danced made my head so light. A team of hellish stallions could not tear me away before I receive one more. Or two more. Or as many as you'll give.
You seem to have enjoyed yourself. I'm glad.
A kiss. I knew it would end this way. An end that is but a beginning.
No, it's just an end. It's after midnight. Your time has come.
Bah, we needn't fret such trifles. Death's not come to claw me back, so why not continue our revels?
What's Geralt think about that? You gave your word.
Shani, darling, I'm dead. Can't expect too much from a corpse.
Vladimir von Everec, go back whence you came. Please.
Stay out of this.
He did say please. He did say please.
Stop! I beg you! Stop!
Get ye hence, or I'll take you with me, and your mouldy crypt will look like paradise in comparison. The choice is yours.
Don't torture him.
I promise he'll not die.
Gods, what is this?
Didn't have to make him suffer.
Of course I needn't have. But I could.
I hope you didn't hurt him.
I disposed of a pest. There was no need for you to suffer his cheek any longer. Geralt had finished his task, you see, so...
Yes, I know. As soon as he finishes one task, he needs to rush off to the next.
Who knows? Perhaps this time will be different. I saw you looking at each other, and it just so happens I also know the history you share.
You do? How?
Shani, darling, would you ask an eagle how it knows how to fly? Regardless, what matters is Vladimir von Everec will bother you no more.
If you are going to romance her, yes, you can do the flirting thing up until this point, but here is the point where you really need to, like, make that decision. We are not going to romance her because, again, I'm with Yennefer. We're doing the relationship with Yennefer. even though this won't affect that relationship, it's still not something that I personally, based on my own personal principles and morals, can bring myself to do. Yes, I know it's a video game, but still, it goes against my principles and morals. So we're not going to go ahead and do that. We're going to go ahead and just push forward and go, true, got to get going.
Should get back to
Bam.
Oldgeared soon.
And like that, it's over. Huh. Here, I thought I might get some more time with you. Silly, wasn't it?
Wouldn't say that.
Never mind. I should find Aldona. I am her bridesmaid, after all.
Ah, there it is. The face of a man who's failed to understand a woman.
You understand her?
Of course. Women are simple. The problem is that men are hopeless fools. Your friend will now make a show of being hurt, pick her some flowers, or bring her a drink. She'll get over it in a snap.
Rather manage without your advice, thank you.
She cares for you. You have feelings for her. Don't overthink it. Surrender to spontaneous honesty. Nothing more beautiful in human relationships. You needn't end like Aldona and Jonas. Besotted fools bound by a contract they'll never escape. Seize the night. Seize your chance. Enjoy one another. That's it. Have fun.
No, we're not doing that. No, no. No, 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 no. They're gonna force us to do it. Alright, so it says to read her character entry to see what she might like. Shawnee and Old Fun with a cottage co-ed, but is growing on the Doctor Fearless. In passing, wearing right feelings longed in her heart. Time's fate, produced, she comes. Evening, accompanied. I mean, but not Shawnee, looking for a taste for women and decorations. A plant near and dear to her heart. Looking around at the tasteful wedding decoction, smelling the rich odor of berry-laden rowan, a plant near and dear to her heart, one of which summoned up fond childhood memories. Shawnee felt heedless abandon in her younger years, and she overjoyed with it. Okay, so, rowan. Do.
Little socks probably sleeping under a table somewhere.
Rowan. Shawnee mentioned she used to weave the berries into necklaces. Pretty, I guess. Thing is, will it cheer her up? Fine, I'll pick some. Becoming quite the romantic.
Alright. Let's do it.
A lad clutching stems is a lad causing mischief.
Still here? Thought you had to meet Olgierd.
You and I see each other so rarely. Figured Olgierd could wait till morning. Smile, Shawnee.
You remembered I liked the rowan.
Remember a lot of things about you. Wedding's still in full swing, but your face, I'd say you were at a funeral. Why so sad?
Sad? Not really. It's just... After I caught the garland, I realized something. The years are flying by, yet all I ever do is study, pump stomachs, and reattach limbs. All alone.
You've got friends. Me, for one.
In that case, let's drink to our friendship.
You can hit on her there and then also pursue the romance. Again, we're not doing that.
I'm afraid the drinks got into our minstrels. Horribly off-key.
Let's go for a walk.
Good idea.
Or we could just leave, Geralt. We don't have to stay there, Geralt. It's okay.
Did you enjoy the wedding?
Not half bad. Might have even enjoyed myself if I hadn't had to argue with a madman's ghost, be his puppet. Gotta admit, though, thanks to him, I did experience a lot of things I might have missed otherwise.
Mean chasing a dog through the woods or brawling, fence board in hand?
Forgetting something. There was also a kiss.
Oh, Geralt, you didn't have to go there,
Although
bud.
that was so
You didn't
clearly
have to go
blinding.
there.
I nearly forgot you were involved at all.
His will, sure, but my body felt everything. Reminded me of the old times.
Vizima, you mean? Oh, I thought you'd forgotten our whole Catriona story.
Epidemics long forgotten, sure. But the romantic bits in that adventure? Don't plan to forget those.
You needn't worry about our finances, sir. My workshop, business is booming.
Good. I'm relieved to hear it. See, coin's tied to Torrent, but don't tell the old battle-axe. She'd be furious if she learned how to
His wife is what he just called an old battle axe.
Our lips are sealed as the grave. Us menfolk need to stick together.
Sir. Enough of that. I'm Vassy. But you can call me Dar.
Oh, thank you, Dar. I feel honoured. Let's drink on it.
Seems the families are bonding.
A bride's father and his son-in-law? Stiff at first, but add drink and they bond or slap each other silly.
I was afraid the wedding wouldn't happen at all.
Mean the differences in wealth?
Mm-hmm. Jonas's family didn't consider Aldona worthy.
Clear they love each other, though. Parents usually give in if that's the case.
Do they, though?
Oh,
Do
I
they?
don't know. My mother would never accept an unfit beau, even if I insisted I loved him, had chosen him.
Sorry, I was AFK for a few. There were husbands. There were AFK few there. Sorry, was AFK. There were a few husband things to do. I'm assuming is how that sentence was supposed to be worded. No worries, no worries. Thank you for still being here, though. That's pretty cool. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Doubt your mother's that unbending? You'd win her over, I'm sure.
I haven't managed to yet.
You only ever bring home fiddlers, jugglers, and witchers?
No, but she'd want me to choose someone wealthy, or with a good trade, well brought up.
Nothing wrong with that, is there?
I guess not, but it's hard to find one like that who's still even slightly amusing.
That's probably true.
Tell that to my mother. She actually thinks I should have found a husband at the academy. But I didn't. Ugh. I'm certain she thinks there's something horribly wrong with me.
Oh, please, Shani. It's the 13th century. Women don't go to the academy to find a husband. They go to learn, pursue their passion. You did that. I'm sure your mother appreciates it. You got a doctorate, have your own practice, been at the front lines many times. You're a good person. Not a thing wrong with you.
Really think so?
Really. Look, the brave brothers.
Drank themselves stiff as the boards they tore from the fence.
Wonder where the sister is. Couldn't protect her from a cheeky 4-year-old in their condition.
If they hadn't intervened, you'd have gone for a tumble in the hay with her. She was willing, if you ask me.
That was Vladimir, not me, remember?
But pretend for a moment it had been you, and the situation had been different. Say you're at the wedding, and that very girl keeps glancing, smiling at you. Then she finally walks
She's talking
up,
about herself.
and you know exactly what she wants. What do you do?
She's talking about herself. I would not go with her, and I would not say that I prefer Shawnee either, because again, we are involved with Yen, but these are the only two choices they're giving us. Man, I don't want to flirt with her, but it's going to make me.
Huh. If Dandelion was around, and he usually is, I'd introduce her to him and walk off.
I don't believe that. You'd let the opportunity pass?
I don't need opportunities like that.
Changed your style.
Let's say I've grown choosy.
You say that as if you've already picked.
'Cause I have. Guess who?
Oh, don't do it. Don't do it, bud. You are with Yennefer, man. There are rules to this.
Gorgeous.
Been thinking about that kiss.
What kiss?
The one Vladimir planted on your lips, with my lips. Just wondering if it would have felt any different without him there.
That I cannot tell you.
Stop hitting on her, Geralt.
Only one way to find out.
You sleazebag, man. You are a sleazebag, Geralt. What are you...
So, how'd it compare?
Definitely rather kiss you alone, of my own free will. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I do believe Vladimir was after more than a kiss. Said so openly, in fact.
All true. He was very direct, I'll give him that. Which, on occasion, has its advantages.
You're right. Can save a lot of time.
So, how do you stand today, Geralt? Have some time to waste with me? Or would you rather go back now?
Let's go back. Let's go back. We're not doing this. We are with Yennefer.
But we ought to get back to the wedding.
Oh, yes. Yes. That's best.
Penny for your thoughts?
Just thinking that friends should stay friends.
Mm-hmm. My feeling too.
I have a lot to think about. Alone. So I'm not going back to the wedding. Not really fond of watching drunks stagger around anyway.
Shawnee, wait. Before you go, need to ask you a favor.
Yes?
It's about Olgierd. Seems a mysterious man. Can't escape the impression his story's more complicated than I thought. Could you look into it? See if you can learn something?
Sure. Be glad to.
Thanks. Be seeing you.
Yes. See you later, Geralt.
Okay. So, if you end up going and doing the romance thing with her, you actually end up going on a boat, a little rowboat out into the middle of the water, and you guys have your romantic scene is what we're going to call that. But the reality is like I said, I'm with Yennefer. We're not trying to mess anything up, even though it doesn't affect it. It's the principle of the matter that is important to me, so we're not doing it. Not happening. No way. Hey, look. We actually have access to our inventory now. So let's put our stuff back on. That, and that, and that. Okay. So. Yes, the item we won. So the item we won is this. Look at that. A 15% gold bonus. We are absolutely going to be running that forever. Forever? Forever. All right. Man, there's all sorts of looty loot here, man. Look at this. Look at all this looty loot. Woo! All right. Let's get back to the signpost. We need a signpost. Get on out of here. Am I even going the right way? I guess we should look at the map to see if I'm even going the right way. No, we are not going the right way. I am glad that I looked. Okay, so we need to actually turn the hell around and go back across that bridge right there. Run! Oh, they're cleaning up the wedding.
The old grand shat and shat, holding tight to her hat.
Where's the dog? Can we go inside? Ooh, we can go inside. Ooh. We got fancy stuff in here. List of wedding guests. So this is what Vladimir wrote for his brother Olgrid. Olgrid, my damn dear brother, you have no idea what joy you have brought me in the idea of showing me a good time. With that idea of showing me a good time. True, the man you sense fitting company for a lark as a hoe handle, but never mind that. What matters is I enjoyed myself, and how. It was a cracking good wedding, with vodka flowing in streams and plenty of pretty things to rest the eye on. I miss you, but take your time coming to join me. Live and enjoy life. Your brother, Vlad. So, there we go. There we go. Let's see. Is Shawnee actually on this list? List of wedding guests. Margaret, Inga, string up. I don't actually see Shawnee on here. Interesting. So we found a list of getting guests for the wedding, but Shawnee, who had an invitation, was not actually listed as a wedding guest. So I'm curious on if maybe this is the groom's. It's got to be the groom's settlement, right? But maybe that was the groom's guest list from the groom's family? And maybe Shawnee's not friends with the groom. She's friends with the bride? Maybe. Maybe. Alright. Clean up the inventories. Grab some more wine shipments. Drop off some things in the old stash box at the house. And then we will continue our adventures.
His long search for Ciri led Geralt to conclude that Uma, the ugliest man alive and the victim of a curse, was the key to finding the young woman. Geralt needed to lift the curse, so he took Uma to the home of the world's greatest specialists on dark spells, to the Witcher's fortress of Scareborne.
By the way, when we hit 40, which we're at 37, almost into 38 now, but when we hit level 40, we're going to go fight that Earth Golem that was for that CD Projekt Red Cyberpunk 2077 Easter egg. We're going to go fight that dude when we hit 40, because that Earth Golems, first, they take a tremendous amount of damage. They are just damage sponges. But the other big thing is the fact that he's a level 50. So at 40, we'll have access to our Grandmaster variations of our armor. And I'm hoping that at level 40, we're strong enough to maybe take the bad guy on. All right, so King Foltest Mask, we're saving. We're saving that, saving these. We will go through and clean up the glyphs and runes and such after we hit the Grandmaster stuff. I mean, I kind of want to keep that ornate robe. It's an armor, though. It's not an outfit. Roach. Deposit. All right. So, real quick, folks. So, what we're going to do is I got to take care of my dog, and then we can continue. We'll keep pursuing the storyline here with Olgrid. But let me take my dog out real quick, and then we'll be right back. Okay, so real quick, curiosity for everybody. Actually, I'm gonna pause that because I have no idea what I'm supposed to do with that. Real quick question for everybody that is in the Discord, that's in the Legion Discord. Did you guys check out that video, the YouTube video link that I posted for the latest Almost Evil creation? If not, I strongly recommend it. It was a music video that I've been watching my son create, and it really truly is a beautiful piece of work. Like I am very impressed with what he did and what he created. That was very cool. We forgot to get our bonuses. We need to get our bonuses. So what he did was he sat there and got all this gameplay footage of him running around doing these different fights. And then he edited them together to make a God of War music video. God of War Ragnarok music video. And man, does it look phenomenal. It looks outstanding. It is fantastic. And if you guys haven't checked it out, do so. It's only like it's a little over 2 minutes. So it's not very long. It's not going to take a lot of time. But definitely go check that out. It's a very, very cool finished piece. Like, I got to watch all the process and everything that goes into it. And at one point, he was like, damn, I know exactly how I want to end this. And I was like, what? And he was like, there's a combination in a fight scene that I want to add. He's like, but I got to start the entire game over to get this one piece of footage. And it was like, okay. So then I watched him, and it took him days because he plays on the hardest difficulties. And it took him days to get there. And then when he finally got there, he used a whole like 15 seconds. So days worth of gameplay, and he used 15 seconds of what he needed. And that was it. It's like, that is a tremendous amount just to make sure that you have...
Show me what you got.
That's a tremendous amount of time and energy to put into just getting something that simple, you know? But it was totally worth it. It came out really clean. It came out really nice. The timing, the transitions, like, it's just a beautifully done video. And again, if you guys haven't seen it, I do recommend watching it. I did post a link in the Broadcaster Legion announcement channel, the one when people go live. I did post the link there. And it's for the Almost Evil. It's Ghost of Sparta is the name of the video. Man, it is so cool. It is really cool. And the fact that I got to see him create it makes it even cooler for me. Selling everything. 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 Beast of Horton, Witcher needed. All right. I think. Yep, everything is cleaned up. Indeed, indeed, indeed. Whiz be out.
So long.
Runny, run, run! Run! Quick! I don't have any more purple, do I? I don't. Can I make more purple? Okay, I got enough to make the extra purple dye. All right, let's get on out of here. Go, charge, run! All right, zooming out. Dead Man's Party. We're gonna go back to Novigrad. Find good old Olgrid.
His long search for Ciri led Geralt to conclude that Uma, the ugliest man alive and the victim of a curse, was the key to finding the young woman. Geralt needed to lift the curse, so he took Uma to the home of the world's greatest specialists on dark spells, to the Witcher's fortress of Kaer Morhen.
Oh yeah, we almost forgot. We need to go get the sword and armor perks, because when you take the armor off or the weapons off, you lose the buffs. Ooh, what's this sign say? Closed till further notice. Signed Colonel Bach, the Redanian Army 2nd Infantry Division. Okay. So they did learn. Well, that's surprising. Can I play? No, you can't play Gwent. Wild one. Wild ones. Hey, there he is. Ogrid. Ogrid, my friend.
I'm all ears, Witcher.
Here it is.
Vladimir sends his love.
You spoke to him? Impossible.
Did more than that. Fulfilled your wish. And talked to him extensively. Curious what he had to say?
See, like, why didn't you hang out with your brother? I'm just saying.
Your dead brother had himself one more day like those of old.
Very easy to say. But have you got any proof?
I do.
Vladimir's hand. It's unmistakable. You've done well, Witcher. Need something else?
Woo! Alright, so that's 2 of the 3 wishes. We got one more wish to do.
Third wish. Time you stated it.
A moment, Geralt. I must say to something. Then we'll chat. You there. Yank the herring out the barrel.
Come on, none of this dallying.
Now, ready to listen? Or do you still not give 2 shites about what I've got to say?
I'm ready. I'm listening.
Good. You'll return to your lord and tell him as follows. His demand was brazen. Hurt me to the core. For I was brought up to respect the sacred law of hospitality. And I shall not bend to an uncouth boor's dictum. Understood? I will pay him a visit shortly to test his willingness to adapt. So you ride off and announce me. And don't spare your horse. Got it?
Aye, got it.
I really
Give
love
man
this
a mount
character.
and leave him go. Come, Witcher. We must talk outside. The Aetheri believe one should only discuss important matters out of doors, with the gods as witnesses.
Fulfilled 2 of your wishes. Time I learned the 3rd.
Confident, aren't you? Proud, sure of your strengths. Fearless.
3rd task, if you don't mind.
Mutations. They stripped you of emotion. Tell me, have you ever loved? I mean, truly loved?
In no mood for a heart-to-heart. I'm to do something for you. Tell me what it is.
A true professional, eh? Know what I think? I think you only feign the cold killer, when in fact you seek new and ever stronger sensations, as I do. Seek to prove to yourself that you are still able to feel, that some remnant of humanity remains within you. I'd make a right good Witcher. Problem is, I don't know the road to Kaer Morhen, and I doubt you'd give me a pendant.
Cut the shit, Olgierd. 3rd wish. Still waiting to hear it.
Aye, aren't you stubborn? Fine. listen well. I had a wife once. The day I saw her last, I gave her a rose, a violet one. Bring me that bloom. Wouldn't mind reminding myself what it looks like.
When was that? How long's it been? Flowers wilted and turned to dust by now.
You wished to hear a wish. Now you have. Fulfill it. I ride now to visit this Dauntless, but one of my men will remain here. He'll know how to find me. That is, of course, should you succeed.
Least you could tell me where your wife is.
In my old manor, east of Martin Foy's farmstead. I'd wish you Godspeed, but, well, you understand, I'm sure. Goodbye, Geralt.
I loot what I want. I'm gangster, yo. Alright, so before we go to the Von Erich Manor, we're actually going to go see about putting our mutton stash back on, because you got to have the chops, man. And after that, we're going to go see if Shawnee will play Gwent with us. Put the chops, man.
Got a razor and shear.
If only, like, going to a barber could actually do these things. Like, oh, I want you to add this hair and it be my hair. And it grow this way. Like... Bam! Just like that. That's my Geralt. It looks like we lost the sword buff doing that too. That's too bad. Alright, let's go talk to Shawnee, see if we can gamble with Shawnee. I don't know if we can gamble with her or not. But I'm willing to find out. And look, there's the piggy. I guess we can't interact with the pig. Okay. Shawnee, do you play?
Yes, Geralt.
She does play. We're gonna play Gwent with Shawnee.
You know, been wanting to ask you something.
Ask me now.
Just curious. You ever play Gwent?
Oh, Geralt. Geralt. Of course I play. What else is there to do come evening when one's among soldiers? Come on, let's lay them out.
You should not ask that question, Shawnee. Okay? Alright, let's go and play. Let's see what... tell. Go figure. Drop Roach. Drop this. Let's go see what she's actually running in her hero card. Move agile units to whichever valid row maximizes their strength. Do not move units already in optimal row. Okay. Okay, so you're going to play Von Erich, huh? Alright, that's actually a really good card. So let me show you guys what this card does. As soon as it's my turn and I have control of the table again here. So, Olgrid Von Erich. So it says, adds 1 to all units in the row, excluding himself. So, and it's... Hold on. And if you look, the yellow icon, it has the sword and the bow, which means it can go in the front row or it can go in the middle row. You can choose which row to put it in. But whichever row you choose it in, everything's getting 1. So, we still don't have the muster cards, but you know what I do have to be a jerk? We're not going to do it yet. We're going to wait. Let's play this guy. And it's a hero, so it's unaffected by buffs and debuffs. Yep, I figured. Send my cow. Yep. Whoa, yeah, there we go. There we go. That is gorgeous. That is gorgeous. That truly is gorgeous. Because I'm going to be a big old jerk. You ready? Here's why I'm going to be a big old jerk. See all those 6s? There's 4 of them, right? Goodbye. I think that's so funny. I shouldn't have done that, but that was so funny. Alright, here, you can have another spy card. He's still got a 5. He decoyed my 5, but he hasn't played it yet. There it is. See? Ask and ye shall receive. Here, you can have this one too. Oh, and you're gonna pass. Well, I don't want you to pass just yet. In fact, I want you to have that yummy card. Boom, boom. Right? And then I'm gonna do this number. Boom, boom. So now I have Roach and the 7 that I can draw from, okay? Pass, win, give me my free draw. Start with the cow. Now we're going to start dropping heroes. Because I don't have any spies. Waiting on him to throw some spies back, which he has plenty of medics to do that with. Well, it's she. It's Shawnee. I keep forgetting we're playing against Shawnee. Yeah, the Scoia'tael deck is very medic heavy. Play the heroes because I don't know what Scorch and whatnot cards that they got. So, ooh, it's Taller. Which, by the way, Taller, that Taller, this guy, remember the spy that cusses excessively and was pretending to be a cobbler? This guy, Shawnee's also dated him. Take the 4, give you the 4 back. See, look at that. 4 medics that they just played. All right, all of our cards. We got all of our cards. All of them. All of them freaking cards. So, save the medics for last. So what we're going to do here is we're going to play. That's right. Drop the heroes out. Before we start getting into the medics side of the house. Their highest on the board is 14. No, 16 now. 1, 2, 14. Yeah, that. Okay. I want them to play their cards. And they went through their entire deck too. Outstanding. I can literally play all my combinations and be perfectly fine. This is so cool. Oh, we're tied at 132 and 132. Ooh, buddy. Why did you so they just decoyed a spy? Listen, when you have no more draw cards, your spies are useless at that point, okay? So don't decoy them. Like, you gave me a free card, but you couldn't trigger the effect because you're out of cards, man. Like, that was foolish. Alright, let's play Yennefer. And what we're going to do is we're going to bring out that big 7 again. Crush those 16s. Scorch. And I can still bring back one of them. Look at that. 163 to 72. Bam.
You're good. So good, I'd say you spend more time chatting up folk for games than you do on serious matters.
Nah, got lucky, that's all.
Likely. But here. I dare say, a formidable card from an old friend. So you won't have to rely entirely on luck.
Gotta say, wedding was a great idea. Rarely have a chance to rest, get away from it all. Did me good to do just that.
I'm a medic. I tend to know what I'm doing when I prescribe something.
Hope Vladimir's antics weren't too annoying.
A peculiar man. Ghost, true. But I found him likable. Wager he was a real hoot when he was alive.
Should do it again sometime, except with no ghost possessing my body.
I'd be glad to.
See you later.
Woo! So now we got that Ulrich von Erich card, the one that does the adding one to every row, every unit in the row, that has the ability to be in sword or archery. So we do have it. Very nice. And we got our mutton stash restored. Alright, alright, alright. Now shit gets weird. We gotta go to the Von Erich estate. The manor. And we get to go get one of my favorite weapons. I'm very disappointed that it doesn't level with you. I really do wish it leveled with you. But it doesn't. Ulrich von Liechtenstein. You know, it sounds pretty close, doesn't it? It sounds like they could be inspired by one another. All right, let's do this. That was a good movie too. Okay.
Mighty rusty and covered in creepers. Need another way in.
Anyone there?
Oh. There you are. It's like someone's shouting. Like, where are you?
You there?
Not so loud.
Ah! God, scared me off.
Not so loud, I said. Fog's not natural. Could be something in there hiding. Foglets or air nymphs, for example. Don't want to attract them. Believe me.
Foglets? Oh, sweet mother Melitterly, why'd I ever come here?
Because you're a thief? That's why?
Good question. What are you doing here?
See, Kendrick and me, we thought Manor's been empty all these years, full of fine things going to rot.
Mm-hmm. So you're a thief.
Thieves steal from the living. What's the harm taking from the dead? Kendrick went to open the door. I stood watch. Suddenly heard his lamp smash. Then nothing. Quiet. Called out to him, but...
They're not dead, though. Like, Ulrich is still alive. He's the one who sent us here. This is his house. You are a thief.
What was that? One of them foglets you spoke of?
No.
Phew. That's a stone off
I'll
my...
see what that was and look for your partner. You...
Ain't about to wait around. I'm out of here.
Yeah, that was the groundskeeper that we just saw. That black figure.
How am I gonna find
All right.
that rose in this fog? Someone's still tending to the flower beds. No violet rose, though. A grave here?
Yeah, the groundskeeper has a really cool weapon. I love his weapon so much.
Woods rotted completely.
Okay, okay. Let's go fight this groundskeeper. He is such a pain in the ass to fight.
Beehives. Well maintained, but dormant.
Okay, okay, bud. Let's see what else we got.
Fresh manure. Water's ice cold. Mountain stream cold.
That's kind of cool.
What are you doing in a place like this? Best shoe before you get hurt.
Ooh.
Rather worn. Used often. Wonder by who. No violet rose here. Maybe somewhere out back. Somebody's still taking care of the place.
Cats usually
Let's
don't
scooch
like
along,
him.
kitty. This place. What's that? That. Digging.
Oh.
Someone dragged a wounded man through here.
So yeah, dragged him. Look at this. Dragging all the way out back. All the way out
lockpick.
back.
Must have been the other thieves.
Yeah, again, thieves. I'm glad you were specifying because that's exactly what these guys are. We're gonna save this game because this fight, it used to be difficult. I don't know if it's going to be difficult with the next gen update, but we're gonna find out. There he is. There's the groundskeeper.
Graves.
1 second, folks. Sorry, my wife was asking me if I wanted some, so get this, grilled cheese, right? But instead of just a standard grilled cheese, take your breads and whatever, right? But use mozzarella provolone cheese mix. And then add pepperonis in there. And then you take the pizza marinara sauce and you heat that up and you use it as a dipping sauce for your sandwich that's got the melted provolone and melted mozzarella and Parmesan cheese mix with the pepperonis. Yeah, and use that to dip in the pizza sauce. Man, that's so delicious. My wife was just coming in to ask me if I wanted some of that for dinner. So.
Unmarked. Laid out in rows, like garden beds. Hey. Hear me? Other thief. Body's mutilated. Who are you?
Did you see his ankle was stapled on? His ankles are stapled on. This is Frankenstein's monster. That's what it looks like. With no eyes and no nose. Do you see that? He's got the face part stapled on as just skin.